All right, welcome back. We're here. Better follow episode something. All we know is Ganado is going back to the state semifinals. Are they going to get over the hump? We don't know. We attended their game this week, and we also attended Sinton's game also, and we'll get to that one later. What a heartbreaker for Sinton, though. Just a little foreshadowing there. But big thing. We saw Ganado play here close to Austin's house here in San Marcos, and what a game. They took on Marlin, ended up winning 41-14, correct? That's what I got down.
That's it.
I believe that's what it was. Mm-hmm. So they're the lone team left representing South Texas. Okay, Flower Bluff also went down. Miller went down. From what I was talking to some guys on the sideline at the Sinton game, and they were surprised Miller lost that game.
Really?
But I did look at the Dave Campbell thing, and it was pretty close, but 65% had Bernie winning. But supposedly Miller was supposed to be the favorite there. But second year in a row for Ganado, the kids were locked in there, man. Only negative about that game was the 4 turnovers on the 4 opening drives,
that was
which
crazy.
It didn't affect them because they also caused turnovers too, not just them. We had talked to Coach Irvin. He said they only lost 1 fumble all year. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what they said.
1 fumble all year. So to lose 2 like that, and your first 2 drives, I mean, they were driving on both drives too. I think it was pretty deep in Marlin territory, but that second one where they called a fumble on that kid that caught that ball, and then supposedly he caught the ball, but from what I saw, he never had possession of it. But hey, there's no replay in South Texas football. Big thing is they are moving on. But takeaways from the game, and these kids, they were locked in. Going into the locker room, seeing how they were zoned out. They were ready to play. They look like they're all buying in, and we're buying in on them too. Most of our fans are from Ganado, actually. So we're a Ganado show here, okay? Is that us?
Right there.
Oh, yeah, we need to do the chant. Oh, Ganado. There's Scott right there. Scott, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, there he is. We're getting into the Ganado game. So beginning of the game, we're sitting there. We were fortunate enough to let Coach to let us go check him out in the weight room, watch warm-ups and everything. The first thing, we're sitting there videoing their walkout. Scott goes to the field. Text the group, Marlin's huge.
They look big.
Yeah, Marlin was way bigger. Possibly, maybe a little more athletes on their team, but hey, the well-coached team ended up coming out on top. So, as for Marlin, they had a couple D1 athletes, right?
They had one that had offered.
Their fullback, right?
5.
The fullback and linebacker.
Linebacker, yeah.
Fullback and linebacker. Okay, you said from
good.
Waco, right?
He was good.
Do what?
He was from Waco. He's got offer from
Baylor.
Baylor, yeah, Waco.
Yeah, Baylor and Incarnate Word.
Yeah, that kid was laying the lumber too.
Dude, he was good.
I don't know if it was because he was hitting poor Burris, because Logan Burris is probably all of 140 pounds.
Yeah, he's
lightning speed though.
Soaking wet.
Yeah,
5'9". Yeah, like 150.
Yeah, that's the thing about those Ganado kids, man. They all look like they were way younger than what they were. Like they all had like baby faces and everything. But hey, they showed up to play, showed up on the field, left it all out on the field. Austin, what was the most impressive thing about the game to you?
The fans?
I thought you were gonna say the Packers.
No, yeah, I was watching the Packers game.
Yeah,
but like, how far is it from San Marcos from Ganado?
It's a good 3 hours.
Exactly,
I would say. 3 or 4 hours maybe. Ganado.
They travel well.
Yeah,
They travel really well.
Yeah.
They had way more fans in the stadium than Marlin, which is probably an hour away.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you one thing. Marlin's band was
rocking. They were.
I still think that they had a microphone there as loud as they were. I could be wrong though, but dude, how were they that loud? They weren't that much bigger than the Ganado band, were they?
No, it was about the same size. It looked like.
Yeah, they were rocking up there, man. But if they won anything, they definitely won the battle. They looked like North Carolina A&T up there. Nick Cannon back in the day.
Bryce
Ullman, as of right now, he is their quarterback. Also, probably their hardest hitter on defense.
Oh, dude.
So they turn the ball over. Marlin gets the ball. They drive pretty far down the field. They're on inside the 5, and Dustin got a perfect video of it. Mm-hmm. Laid the wood on that kid, the kid that's supposed to go to Baylor. Hit him pretty hard, jarred the ball loose, and then right before halftime, he causes the block punt, recovers it in the end zone for a touchdown. And they kind of didn't look back after that. Marlin did score kind of later on after they were down by quite a bit, but it's we appreciate the heart. But no, and when the second half started, you could tell the kids from Marlin kind of gave up there. But yeah, no, they do travel well. They do travel well.
You think it was too cold out there for them?
Yeah, you think so?
It's too cold for Dustin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kids
Dustin
playing on
wanted
the
to
field.
leave. Dustin wanted to leave so bad. But talking to Irvin after the game, they think they're gonna play Joaquin, I believe.
Yeah, they are.
Joaquin in the state semifinals last year. They played Timpson. Is Timpson still in it?
No, they're out.
No, they're out. Okay. Joaquin beat Honey Grove 22-14, I believe what the score was. They're going to. They're from the border of East Texas and Louisiana. Somebody looked that up, right?
Yeah, it's right there on the border.
So Josh said that they're probably going to play in the Huntsville area, from what I understand. Huntsville, College Station, Houston, somewhere around there.
Should be announced on here. Let's see if I can.
You know, Joaquin was the 4th in her district.
4th? Really?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
No shit. They
Remember
were
seeing
4th.
that. They're playing at Shenandoah's Woodforce Bank Stadium.
Oh, that's in the Woodlands?
Yeah,
That's in Houston.
Woodlands.
Scott's old stomping grounds.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like by Houston, pretty much, like
North.
a suburb of Houston, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Pretty far north of it, but yeah.
What, on Thursday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thursday at 7:00.
I may go to that game.
Hey, dude, if you're down to go, I'm down to go too.
I'll be in Huntsville.
I'll
Text
go.
them. Tell them
Who you executing over there?
I want to go. I want to go also, but nobody said they wanted to go. But I can make it happen if one of y'all come.
Houston's only like an hour and a half from here.
Yeah,
I'll be up there. If you go, I'll go. Because
Okay.
I'll already
See
be
how
up
far
there
it
in that
is.
area.
we'll talk to him. We'll talk to him and see what's up. But think about it though. Ever since Josh Irvin came on the show, Ganado's what 14-0, 14-0. Hey,
2 hours and 49
we're
minutes.
possibly their good
Never
luck
mind.
charm.
Nope,
there.
can't do it.
Yeah, no. Austin
This
couldn't
dude won't
make the
even
second.
go to San Antonio.
Yeah, right down the road. But no. As far as Ganado, a couple of the
Aaron Jones
players,
touchdown.
a couple of the players that stood out there was obviously the Burris kid. This kid, he's the poor kid. He was getting lit up out there by Marlon. He was taking hits. He was also giving them too. I think he ended up getting like 2 or 3 sacks that game. If you call them sacks, because it was like a quarterback rollout, and he'd fill the hole pretty good. So he ended up. I don't know what his yardage was. Y'all, can you look
Burris?
that up? Yeah. See how many yards he had?
Number 2?
Yeah. Also had a punt return for a touchdown too, which pretty much sealed it there. But he's probably gonna get.
Junior, sophomore?
He's a sophomore.
Sophomore. Oh, God.
He
Yeah.
reminds me of Deuce Vaughn. He's like small, but god dang, he's quick and
Yeah,
tough. I mean, he's freaking good.
I had asked one of the ladies, I guess one of the parents was on the sideline taking pictures, and I had asked her, "Hey, how old is that kid?" And she said, "Oh, he's 16." And I was like, "Man, he looks way younger than that." But he's a great player. That's your favorite player, right, Scott?
Yeah, he's good.
Dude,
Oh,
that
yeah,
dude
he's
could-
good.
20
Fighting
for
in
142.
Do you think if he was to gain a little bit more weight,
Yes. That's what I was
hit
gonna
a
say.
little growth spurt, that he could possibly play next level? I think he could easily play like at a junior college or Division III somewhere.
Yeah, maybe D3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still got a lot. Hopefully, he can stay healthy. But what I think too.
Are we allowed to give NIL deals out?
Not in Texas, no.
No. I don't think
Louisiana, you can.
I don't think we'd afford that anyway. But
Here's $15, kid.
hey, when
Make it work.
when Ullman
Get yourself
graduates,
some lunch.
keep the change, you filthy animal. Hey, when Ullman graduates, I think he's the backup quarterback.
No, it's
He's not?
number 15 on the sidelines.
Oh, he was okay because he did line up at quarterback a couple of plays, but maybe that was just a wildcat, possibly. Okay, and he also has a cousin who's a very good wide receiver. He's a Burris also.
Yep.
That kid
Has a cousin that's a very good water boy,
Yeah.
ball boy. That kid's freaking awesome.
and this kid got some pretty good hands. They got good speed all around. All the receivers have pretty good speed,
Yeah.
and he's also their safety. All these kids, the quarterback, the running back, both receivers, they all go both ways too. They all play both ways, both sides of the ball.
Just
So,
like you.
that's him.
Just like
just
James.
like I did,
Just
boy.
like James.
So
But yeah,
Burris had 20 for 142 rushing, and then
and the punt return too.
2 for 26
Kickoff return.
receiving.
Was it punt or kickoff?
It was a punt.
The touchdown? Oh, kickoff return for
Yeah,
The
touchdown.
kickoff. Oh,
It was right after Marlon scored to make it a
Yeah.
14-point game in the second half. It was 28-14. I want to say, right, Scott?
Smooth. That was a
yeah,
smooth
yeah,
kick.
and then it was 35.
35-14, and it
and
was
then they
over.
scored. Yeah, on their last drive.
Ullman rushed for 6 attempts for 53 yards. Had 188 passing. But dude, that guy to me, like you said, once he blocked that punt, like they called that timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter, he blocks that punt to, I just think after that it was just like the momentum was just stolen from him so bad. Like, and he obviously he was the one that sticks that kid and makes him fumble on the goal. Like, that kid just had an unbelievable game.
Yeah, Marlon looked pretty hyped up for the game too.
Yeah.
Like they came ready to play, I think, because Ganado doesn't turn the ball over all year, they caused 2 turnovers right there. You know, they're thinking they got a chance too. And Marlin didn't win their district either, correct? They finished like 3rd, I think, or was it 2nd or 3rd?
I'll look.
Yeah, but
me and Dustin were talking, or he said it first, and I started noticing it. Like Marlin couldn't freaking tackle.
Yeah,
They could not tackle at all.
no. Those screens were killing them, man.
Yep.
The wide receiver screens were killing them.
And they'd bust off the tackle, bust off another one,
Mm-hmm.
turn 2 yards into 15 yards.
Yep.
So Marlin was. Did you find out where they finished?
I'm looking.
You know, while we're waiting though, we mentioned they're going to play Joaquin and the Woodlands area is what you said, right?
Marlin was a district champion.
Oh, they were. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like when you're looking at play, I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I always feel like Marlin it does go a few rounds every year.
They have since they got that.
And they had beat Mart to get there, right? To get to that round in the playoffs.
Mart's always in there too.
Yeah.
Mart's D2. They beat Mason.
Mason.
They beat,
Okay, man, I got confused.
But
Mason.
yeah, but on the other side, Mart is always in there too.
Yes.
I see Mart.
When I was like in 4th grade, we had saw Mart play Refugio, and it was either a state championship or the state semifinal. I was probably like 4th or 5th grade, and they had this guy. His name was Quan Cosby. I'll never forget him. He ended up playing for the Steelers, but he was their quarterback. I think he ended up being a kick returner for the Steelers, but that a lot of athletes come out of that area. So
I played for Texas and was really good at Texas.
that's where he came. Okay,
Yeah, he went.
So you remember him too, right?
He was a slot receiver for Texas,
badass.
and he was damn good.
Talking about Texas, hey.
No. But yeah, no. At the Woodlands, they will be playing Joaquin. A lot of our fans are from Ganado, so hey, if y'all can make it to the game, I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna go to the state championship. They win this game, they get over the hump from last year. Like we said, they knocked on the door last year. They're gonna fucking kick it down this year. So, I did text Coach Irvin to see if he had time to come on. He hasn't messaged me back yet though.
If they go to state, are we going to Jerry World?
Uh,
Do we get sideline passes?
the game's gonna be early Thursday morning. I could make that.
Thursday at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Remember?
I have 1 day off.
So it's either this Thursday. I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do, man. Think you can make it or no?
If I have the day off, yeah.
We gotta support him. We gotta show
I know.
support. Okay, the other game, Coach Troutman got us into the Sinton game. It was in South San Antonio at Harlandale. They played Wimberley, which basically the same game as last year, identical.
Yep.
Both teams made it 4th round, regional championship. They get there. Sinton took an early lead, 12-7. We posted it on our page and everything. We were so excited. We're like, dude, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. Tables turned a little bit though. They ended up going down 29-12.
29-12. Yep.
29-12 at halftime. And they couldn't run the ball. Sinton could not run the ball. Their passing game was working, which I'm not going to criticize play calling, but man, Jacoby James was the best player on the field, I think.
He was really good.
Yeah. You missed the end, but that he had over 100 yards probably.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear that story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and those were his best catches of the game. Towards the end.
He was going up and just his hands were so strong that he was just taking it away from defenders.
Yeah.
Double team, beating them off the line every which way they could, but they couldn't make it obvious and go to him every play. But anyway, going back to the game, they score. It's 19-29. They're down by 10. Wimberley gets the ball at the 1 yard line because they muffed the kickoff or something like that.
The kid just fell on it.
Yeah, 2 plays later, 97-yard touchdown pass. That kid, Cody Stover, who is, I think,
like on it was like a third and
down.
long. Too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like a 3rd and 8 or something like that. But
Yeah.
he perfect pass though. That kid Stover. I believe I looked him up. He's going to Northeastern University.
Huh.
Or Northeastern. I believe is what it is. You might check that, fact check that. But we saw him play last year against Navarro, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he was the best player on the field. I wouldn't say he was the best player on the field this night because what Jacoby James ended up doing was impressive. But anyway, they score. They go up 36-19. Dustin decides it's too cold and he wants to leave. Okay?
What's your reasoning
y'all
on
keep
that?
that in mind.
Yeah, what's your reasoning on this?
He said,
There was
Dustin
6
said,
minutes left.
This game is over. This game's over. Let's get out of here. And me and Scott were like, you got to believe, man. You got to believe. Please,
Yeah.
Dustin, don't go. Please
Sinton had
don't
the
leave
2
us.
missed field goals and the missed 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
So those came back at the end.
So Sinton gets the ball back. They're down 36-19. They score pretty quick, right, Scott? They scored probably within 2
3
minutes.
minutes. Yeah.
Okay,
3
so
minutes like left on the clock.
yeah, they line up to kick the onside kick. They get it. Actually, a great kick by the kicker. We didn't get it on video, but
What do you do? Like
he did a perfect bounce.
a bounce?
It went over the second row, the first and the second row, and their receiver caught it on the sideline. Kicked it right to him. We thought it was deflected. If it's deflected, you can run it back. That receiver caught it and he ran it, but the ref said it wasn't deflected. So a little questionable there. He made it all the way down to like I think between the 15 and 20, which could have saved him a lot of time. But long story short, they're down 26-36 at that time, and they scored Jacoby James the whole drive, just 3 catches, just great hand catches. I think they hit him on a slant, they hit him on a fade, double coverage, and then at the goal line he runs that Julian Edelman route where he runs up, runs in, and then cuts out.
Yeah.
Whip route.
Yeah, they got him perfect right there on the sideline, scores, and he gets the 2-point conversion. So I think four plays in a row they go to him, and he seals it for him right there on that drive. So 36-33. What are the chances these guys get 2 onside kicks? Probably not likely.
I'd say 3%.
Maybe less than that. 2 in a row. They're doing the same exact kick, same exact side. One of the best players on Wimberley's team was their big receiver, that number 11, who I believe is going to West Texas A&M.
His name's Nolan Wada.
Yeah, Nolan Wada. I believe it's West Texas A&M. I could be wrong.
Or Commerce. A&M Commerce.
Yeah, something like that.
He's a good-looking kid.
Yeah, hey.
Whoa!
God,
I mean, like,
come
he's all
on now.
chiseled up.
Yeah,
like,
no,
he's
I
kind of look like Jacoby James.
I know what you're saying. But they line up for the onside kick, same kick. This poor kid from Wembley, he probably heard it from the coaches, but he was on the front line supposed to be blocking. He goes to recover it, takes a perfect bounce, hits him right in the face mask.
It was the quarterback. It hit the quarterback. I saw the clip of it.
Was it the quarterback?
It hit the quarterback in the chest, and he dropped it. Yeah.
You didn't put in his face mask.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And the clip is a face mask. So they end up getting the ball back in Wimberley territory on the 40-yard line. And again, don't want to criticize, the play calls, but I don't think they were ready for a 2-minute drill. And if they were, it didn't seem like they practiced it very well because, I don't know, how often are you in that situation? I know like the pros in college, they practice that situation, a 2-minute drill.
I promise you.
I mean, that's how everyone finishes practices, though, I think.
Yeah, you would think.
I remember
but
how we did.
Yeah, Wimberley's a great team, so you got to think about that,
this.
so.
Yeah, it was the quarterback.
Sinton's 11-0. Like, when was the last time they had a freaking 2-minute drill?
True, that's true.
Or had to practice it?
Probably the first time they're in that situation.
Exactly.
But anyway, they run a couple plays. I think Tristan Hansen takes a couple of sacks. If not a couple of sacks, he gets hit, with the short gain. They end up getting down, I think, maybe to the 35?
34-yard line, yep.
34-yard line, and
Incomplete.
they throw a real quick hitch to try to get the first down, move the chains, and then possibly get one more shot at the end zone, and Hansen overthrew it. It was a great game, man. It would have been an all-timer had they have come back and won that game. That was a great, one of the best high school games I've ever seen, and they never gave up. Those kids never gave up. To be honest, we were on the sideline too, thinking, "Hey, this is probably over. Probably over." Dustin probably did the right thing, but I did call Dustin. I did call him. I said, "Bro, you left. They're coming back," and I don't think you believed me at first, did you?
I looked it up to see if.
Yeah.
I even thought maybe they all played with the score to mess with me.
Yeah.
Like purposely put it wrong.
We reported it. We reported to Dave Campbell. Hey, y'all need to update the score.
Smaller times.
But no, it was. You gotta give credit to them though, man. They to go up against a team who I think they beat them pretty good last year, right? Wimberley beat Sinton pretty good, or was it close?
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. Well, they lose to a team once. It could. I'm not gonna say they were intimidated, but you go into that game thinking, hey, here we go again, playing one of the best teams in the state. Can we get over the hump this time? And they go down big. Nobody gave up. They came back, fought back, and the key to that game was trying to keep that quarterback off the field.
Yep.
You keep that kid off the field, Wimberley's got some good athletes, but that kid,
Is it the same one from Navarro?
Yeah.
Or when we okay,
he's
yeah.
a stud.
He was freaking good. He was good. He was good.
He accounted for all their touchdowns. I think he ran 3 in and threw 2 of them actually. So they scored 5 touchdowns. But he's when his career comes to an end, man, they should retire that kid's jersey because I've seen highlights all over Twitter of that kid, and he does that every game. But hats off to Sinton, man. They never gave up. 4th round regional finals. I mean, hey, if they win that game, they go to the state semis just like Ganado. We have another one. We have another team there too. So hey, nothing we can do. We talked to Coach Troutman at the end. He was gave a hell of a speech. At the end. Yeah, well, it's kind of long, but I'll post it when I post their highlight video. Y'all got to listen to that speech. It was great. Man with words. We shook his hand at the end of the game, told him good game. It looked like it hit him pretty hard, that loss. So it's whatever though. He'll have them back there in no time. Don't worry. They're gonna lose a lot of players this offseason, I believe. Hanson's gonna be gone. Jacoby James is gonna be gone. So that's if anybody can put that team back together though, it's him. It's Coach Troutman. So anything else from the Sinton game, Scott? What do you think? Let me read the stat real quick. Jacoby James, 13 receptions, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. What a game.
Wow.
Yeah, 195 and double covered with the safety over the top of him almost every play.
Playing cover 2.
He was uncoverable.
Yeah, and he seemed. Have you watched Tristan Hanson this year, Dustin?
Tristan Hanson a little bit, just like highlights.
He was having trouble with his deep ball, man. Like every time they would throw deep, it was just a little off target every time. I did talk to another guy that had been following Sinton. That was covering the game.
Uh-huh.
He said that Tristan Hanson actually hurt his ankle last week.
Well, yeah, you said ankle tape. I mean,
Yeah.
it was he was gimpy in the first half, and I don't know.
Well, I've seen him run. He wasn't running as fast as he normally is.
Yeah,
So.
the first half he was gimpy. The second half, it's like I don't know if it was the adrenaline or if they rubbed some stuff on there, some numbing cream or something. But he was running a lot better in the second half.
Yeah,
than the first half.
and in the weather like that, it was 43 degrees.
Yeah, it was
Your
cold.
joints tighten up and everything, so it's hard to stay loose. But no, congratulations to them, man. Great season, hell of a season by Sinton. Another game we can touch on as far as South Texas goes. Flower Bluff ended up losing to Smithson Valley yesterday, so they're out also. So Miller lost also. Miller Bucks lost to Bernie.
60 to 50. No, wait, what was it?
It was
60 to 54.
50?
Yeah, 65. Yeah, 65 to 50. Yeah,
Hey, is Lavernia considered South Texas?
Yeah,
below
it
San,
is.
It's below San
It is,
Antonio.
yeah.
They beat Bay City.
Yeah, we've never talked about them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but yeah, we'll
But I worked there basically.
yeah. Who did they play? Did they
I have no
do
clue.
Bay
they do
City.
well? Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the rematch, they lost to them in district, and then they beat them in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep an eye on them too. As far as the Ganado game goes,
You know the coach?
No, at Lavernia.
Yeah, me neither.
well, I don't think Irvin's going to be joining us, so he hasn't.
Lavernia
taken
plays
that.
Kilgore next week.
Kilroy.
Kilgore.
Oh, Kilroy. John Moxon played him.
Yeah.
Kilgore, home of no.
Kilroy can't see my dance. You know what that dance called? New Twitter and Zone dance.
New Twitter and zone dance.
So why did you leave, Dustin? Tell us why you left.
I thought the game was over and I was cold.
Okay, I'm going to tell you why he really left. All right, so Andrew said, "Get home, boy." Get home, boy. No, I'm just kidding.
Can make dinner. Why isn't my have no dinner on this table?
Andrew said it was cold outside. Where's my soup?
Yeah. But do y'all know? Do y'all have anything else to say about these high school games? Any other takeaways? I mean, I don't want to talk too much about Ganado. I don't want to jinx them. I don't want to give them too much glory because you know damn well they're not satisfied.
While your freaking board
We
says,
shouldn't be.
while you're saying Ganado to state, while your board says
They're
that.
going to the state semis.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I got state semis.
I
up
can't
here.
see it.
Oh, Shiner won.
Yeah.
Oh, Shiner.
another
Yeah,
one.
there we go.
State semis also. Scott, your brother actually said he's going to try to talk to the Shiner coach for us to see if he's down to come on. So, only bad thing is I haven't really followed Shiner much this year. So, I guess
Playing Bremont.
yeah. And Shiner is 2A, correct? Or
2A
what?
Division 2.
2A division.
Lowest level.
Where's that game going to be?
Cypress Cy-Fair
Oh,
Stadium.
Houston.
7 o'clock Thursday.
That's in
So the
Houston.
same time as the Ganado game, pretty much. Dang, that's pretty close to each other, isn't it?
Yeah, Cypress to Shenandoah is not. I mean, Cypress is on the northwest side. Shenandoah is just straight north, just south of Conroe.
That's where our good buddy David Taylor used to play.
That's where he used to set records.
Mm-hmm.
He used to set records. Okay.
Finger blasting chicks under the
Couldn't
stadium.
keep the cheerleaders off of him.
Jesus, Austin.
Yeah, we all probably got to edit that out. Anyway, so looking at, have y'all seen any film on Joaquin?
I have not.
Didn't know what it was.
Joaquin,
Phoenix.
I
they're
know.
not going to beat Ganado scoring 22.
I've watched a lot of film on that guy.
They're not going to. They're not going to score. They got to score more points. I don't know if Honey Grove's defense was that good, but Ganado's going to put up. They've been averaging over 40 points a game this year, so from the looks of it, don't want to jinx them, like I said, but from the looks of it, I think they can outplay them. Of course, I mean that's my non-biased opinion.
Yeah.
Hey, did the Giants just go up?
Oh, and by the way, Joaquin destroys that argument we talked, or not, it wasn't me, but I don't know if it was maybe James or Scott saying, and then some other buddies like, oh, we don't need 4 teams in the playoffs in high school. Well, Joaquin's a 4 seed.
I never said that.
Yeah, I swear you're like,
don't
oh, we
think
get these
I said
blowouts.
that.
This is stupid. That 0-9 team made the playoffs. Remember that?
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember saying
Yeah,
that.
you remember that now?
Yeah, they
Scott-
said that. But 09, they were like 3-2, and they're all 4 of those teams like went another round.
I
They were-
know, but what I'm saying is
their
the bottom
district is
line
really good.
I get it, but the reason is that they're there is 4 teams make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Well, Scott was telling me there's a team in California that's 0-9 that's going to the state semifinals. They went 0-9 through their season.
What?
Right, Scott?
In California?
In California, the high school football team you were talking about,
I think they were 0-10.
0-10, and they're going to the 4th round in the playoffs.
they even lost.
They just won
they
out
lost
in
the
the
first
playoffs?
round in the playoffs and still advanced.
Or yeah, maybe. Hey, do you know California football rules? I don't know them.
That's California
Yeah.
football, baby.
Don't they play 10 games though?
They were the other team was playing with ineligible players.
I have no idea how many games.
That would be hilarious. That would be a good one.
No, but that's true though. They went 0-9 or 0-10, whatever, whichever one, and
won
they're
every game of the playoffs.
yes, and they're 2 rounds away from a state championship. That should go to show you the competition over there.
Nothing.
Or they had a bunch of hurt players beginning of the year. These players came back.
Yeah.
I don't know what team it is. Y'all have to look that up.
Got some
on-
transfers
We
in.
don't give a damn about California. That fucking blue state of California. Nobody gives a fuck about them.
Jeez.
Hopefully, we don't have
God.
no fans in California.
I doubt it. Highly doubt it.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much what went on in high school football. Thanks to Coach Josh Irvin, Coach Troutman for having us. They got us in the game. Coach Troutman put us on the guest list. We got in for free. Got to hang out on the sideline, see everything up close and personal. We did make a highlight film for Ganado. That's on our TikTok and our Facebook right now. Go check that out. Actually turned out pretty good, I thought. I haven't made the Sinton one yet. I will make that one tonight and put it out. But do you think they're going to want a highlight film of a loss?
Probably not.
You would want it.
Highly doubt it.
Well, then can I play the clip of him after the game?
Well,
Troutman.
we can make the video and then put
Play-
Troutman at the end.
No, can I put it play it now? Because it's still inspirational.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
You want to
I
post
mean,
it
there's
online?
still like good plays that's in made that I would want to see if I was
Well,
a
dude,
player.
we could make a highlight film just strictly off of Tristan
That's-
Hansen and Jacoby James easily, because we got at least 8 to 10 of his catches.
I think
so.
I agree with Scott with it, like putting if it was like a full season, kind of like how like
Yeah.
we got like our high school highlight tapes. you
Yeah.
get the full
Well, that's
season.
why I asked. Like, do you think they want that out there? Like,
But
this
as
gonna
of,
remind
like-
them every time they lost. So
As of like this exact moment, this like exact game, I don't know if they want that or not.
yeah, maybe not.
This clip right here.
That don't
Yeah, we
sound too.
gotta edit out Quinn
Yeah.
Ewers. That guy's a bum.
That's the next thing. That's the next thing we're
college
gonna move
football.
to. The college football playoff has been submitted. Okay, now as far as the college football playoff goes, let's see what we got here. I will read the bracket out real quick, and then Dustin can take this away on what he thinks about it. Okay, so the 1 through 4 seeds, you have obviously Oregon. Oregon number 1 seed, 13-0 throughout the year. Number 2 seed, Georgia, SEC championship over Texas, sadly. And this kind of surprised me that they put Boise State in as the 3rd seed with the first round bye, and Arizona State wrapping out the top 4. I don't know. What else could you have done? You know,
Yeah.
like what else could you have done? As far as the first round goes, you have Texas playing against Clemson, who won the ACC last night, and then Ohio State, the 6th seed or the 8th seed, playing Tennessee, the 9th seed, and then you have Penn State. Oh wait, we're gonna announce that one last. Notre Dame, 7th seed against Indiana, the 10th seed. And this one kind of surprised people. I think it surprised the panel on college football live or whatever show it was. But Penn State ends up playing SMU, who got the nod over Alabama. SMU was a 2-loss team. Alabama did lose 3. SMU was down 24-7 last night. And I think that comeback last night really helped them get this in. They showed that they weren't going to give up. So hats off to them, man. They're Texas school. We're going to support them. But before we get into the rest of it, do you think they should have got in over Alabama?
SMU?
Anybody? Yeah.
Yes.
You think so?
Yep.
I think so.
Scott?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely say.
Alabama is disappointing this year. They
Yeah.
don't. They lose to Oklahoma and Norman. They're
They'll
out.
lose to Vanderbilt,
Yeah.
That's
and they lost.
That's my biggest thing right there.
Is
Y'all said
Vanderbilt. They
earlier,
lost
yeah.
to Tennessee
They
too,
lost
right?
to friggin' Vanderbilt.
Tennessee, but that's not a bad loss. It was on the road.
No, I know. I think
Tennessee-
The Oklahoma and Vanderbilt losses are like, especially the Oklahoma one. Good God.
if I
Oklahoma's
could,
awful.
if I could change
Easy,
any,
Dustin. God.
if I could change anything about it, I would take Tennessee out and put Alabama in. But I understand Tennessee. Tennessee's a boring ass team, man.
They're 10-2,
They're a boring.
and
ass
they beat Alabama.
They have a favorable schedule.
I
too.
kind of agree with you.
Yes.
10-2,
I
and they
kinda
beat
agree.
Alabama.
They're a quiet 10-2, but
I
they
haven't-
don't play that. They don't have the. They didn't have the schedule Alabama did.
I haven't watched the Tennessee game all year.
No,
They're boring.
that's what I mean. They're a boring
Yes.
team. There's hardly any scoring going on. I just don't. They're not an entertaining team to me. I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but that's just me. If I could change anything about it, I would take Tennessee out and put Alabama in.
Mr. Air Raid himself that wants to watch a bunch of throwing. That's all Tennessee does for the most part. Just
Well, they
throw
don't.
the-
They don't
throw it on
complete
their-
it.
They don't. You're right. They don't complete it. Their running game is pretty good though.
Might as well put Texas Tech in there over Tennessee.
You got to remember, Tennessee had a 14-0 lead on the road at Georgia
Texas
to
in
start
there.
the game.
Yeah. Well,
Who's Scott?
I'm just saying. Maybe it's because I didn't watch very much Tennessee football this year, but
What an idiot.
Their D line is freaking good, dude. Their
Grammar
pass-
episodes.
Tennessee's pass rush is legit. Their defense overall is pretty good, but their pass rush is legit.
yeah,
They're going to overtime. Jets Dolphins.
yeah.
Dayball's gone.
Well, I think he's a good coach. I thought that guy got fired already.
Hey,
But yeah.
Debo?
Okay, so back to the college football
He's
thing.
not a good coach.
What would you change about it, Dustin?
Okay, so obviously my team got one of the better routes. I mean, we lucked out, honestly. Getting the 5 seed was, well, going to overtime helped that, but getting the 5 seed, hosting Clemson at home, and then in round 2 you go play Arizona State at the Peach Bowl, which is, pretty neutral site, to be honest.
You know what helps that? Your team gets a home game. How much more revenue that you get in Austin?
Oh, yeah,
and
true.
friggin' NIL. Yeah. So you wanted to be 5 through 8.
Yeah.
Instead of 1 through 4.
Well, at least for sure 5. Because, hosting Clemson, Clemson's a good team, but hosting them at home should be a winnable game. And then going to going to the Peach Bowl, playing Arizona State, that's another very winnable game.
Ooh.
And then you look down at the bracket, you got Ohio State hosting Tennessee. That's going to be a dogfight, I
I
think.
asked you what would you change about it, not what
Yeah.
Texas's route is. What would you change about the playoff? I
Oh,
was going to go around to everybody. What would they change?
Okay, well, the format, obviously. Boise
Can't
State getting the
get the-
3 and Arizona State getting the 4. You shouldn't have automatic bids.
Exactly.
You should have automatic bids if you win the conference, but not a bye and the top 4 automatically. You should place them wherever you feel as a committee they should be placed.
It's the 4 best.
Correct. It's the 4 best regardless. So that's the biggest thing, and they don't reseed. They don't reseed any of it. It's crazy.
Yes, it stays the format of it the whole time. Yeah.
That
So Oregon wouldn't play the lowest remaining seed.
Yeah, they got screwed.
Yeah.
They play the winner of
know.
Tennessee and Ohio State. Would you rather play
But
that, or-
that's something that's going to be tweaked in the future. I bet.
surely next year? There's no way.
Well, it's possible.
And then on top of that,
Yeah.
even if they win that game, they might have to go play Texas in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas.
yeah,
That's if Texas even makes it, dude.
yeah. Texas has to win
He's
first.
never beat-
Don't get him going on Texas. He's going to get going on Texas in a minute. Okay, he'll go on Texas in a minute.
dude.
But so the format's what you don't like, the seating,
Yes.
how it is.
I mean,
Okay.
that's pretty much
This is 100% new. So I get that they're going to make these changes, in the future. I'm sure. As far as it's like the NFL playoffs, the highest remaining seed plays the lowest remaining seed in the second round. Like if a 7 seed beats the 2 seed, the 7 seed goes automatically to the 1 seed.
correct.
So, it may what you had mentioned earlier. It does suck for Oregon the way it's looking.
Yeah.
So you're saying you want Oregon to play the lower seeded?
Yeah,
Oregon-
let's say Clemson upsets Texas, or
Yeah.
or if Indiana upsets Notre Dame, that seed, the lowest remaining
Would
seed,
play-
should go play Oregon.
Oregon.
Boise State would play them, or
Boise State would play one of the higher remaining seeds.
Indiana would be one of the lowest ones.
Yes.
Okay, that's
So-
what you want.
So like say like Indiana wins and Tennessee wins.
Yeah.
Indiana should have to go to Oregon, and Tennessee should have to go to the 2 seed Georgia.
Yeah. So SMU wins.
SMU wins. Yeah.
You want them to play Oregon.
Yes. Unless Clemson wins. If Clemson wins, they go.
So they get rewarded for
yes
being the top seed.
Yeah.
exactly. But right now though, the playoff bracket stays the same.
Yeah, it stays the same.
So they're gonna play the winner of Tennessee Ohio State.
Give me like 10 minutes to think about this. 'Cause
Arizona
I don't know how I feel about
And
that.
I think
Arizona State, like
But either way,
they're better off than Oregon. you know,
Yes.
playing Clemson or Texas. I mean,
dude, and they look good.
and Boise State could go to the semifinal easily, beating Penn State or SMU.
Wait, you think Arizona State's better off than Oregon?
No, I think. Well, yeah, like say because
think-
Oregon's probably going to play Ohio State second round.
So you think Ohio State's better than Texas?
Well, I think
I
Ohio
do.
State's better than Texas.
I do.
I don't know if they are or not.
No,
It's
I mean-
close.
I mean, Texas they had a few rough games at the end there. I mean, it's
So did Ohio
one
State.
can say they should have lost to Texas A&M, but we won't go there. The game's
Ohio
over
State's had
already.
a rough season.
Yeah, but I think Ohio State is the better team, and Ohio State's been there before several times. Texas was there last year. I mean, I get that, but if you go off of history, Ohio State's always in the playoff. But yeah, I think Arizona State having to play like say Clemson upsets Texas, you know, they got to play a 12 seed, you know, and Oregon stuck playing an 8 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with, I just thought about this, but another format change should be those top 4 seeds, whoever those people are in the future, should get a home playoff game, in my opinion. Like, Oregon, now they get the Rose Bowl, but still, like, it's not home field
at home.
advantage. I mean, you know, it's not at home. It's you got to go to California, which is actually a lot further than Austin thinks. I remember we talked about that, you know, in previous episodes, how far some parts of California are.
I don't know geography.
Yeah. But anyway, to me, that team should also get home field advantage. Like, not just a bye, but home field advantage, too.
Yes.
Like, I think.
I originally thought
cannot
that's
do
what
that.
it was. If you got a first round bye, I thought you played at home the next
No.
year. But I mean, that would make more sense though. To me.
Yes.
That means you get rid of all the bowls.
But yeah, that's probably
that's not gonna happen.
that's a good
ever.
observation, Dustin. That's terrible, actually.
Yeah.
that sucks. Scott, would you change anything about it?
Yeah, you got to change the automatic bids. I like what you said about the playoff. The kind of make it like the NFL where they have to play the top seed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you got to do both of those things to make it better.
Okay, so you're saying as far as automatic bids,
Yeah.
like conference winners.
You put them in,
Yeah,
but
Yeah. Where?
They could be
think
freaking
conference
9
winners
through
shouldn't
12.
automatically
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
get the.
Boise State does not deserve a first round bye.
Dude, they're good.
with the Mountain West winning the
No, they're
Mountain
not.
West.
Boise State is going to get crushed by Penn State. If whoever they have a better chance versus SMU, but Penn State will crush Boise State. in a
If
one-
Boise State plays, let's say they, hypothetically, if they were to end up playing either Notre Dame, Ohio State, Tennessee, Texas, or Clemson, they will get destroyed by all those teams.
Well, they don't play them.
Yeah.
They're gonna play.
I'm just saying. I'm saying hypothetically.
they could play Penn State next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you remember last time Boise State played Oklahoma?
Yeah,
That was-
Fiesta.
That was a long time ago.
Playing in the Fiesta Bowl, by the way. So they picked,
Oh no way!
they are.
That
well,
Boise State team would beat this
you know,
Boise State
Piggybacking
team.
off of that same year, Hawaii. Remember Colt Brennan?
Yep.
Rest in peace, Colt
R.I.P.
Brennan. R.I.P. Colt Brennan.
Smoked by
Died?
Georgia.
They ended up having to play Georgia, and everybody's like, "Oh,
They got
Boise State
blocked.
just beat Oklahoma," and then Georgia just destroys them like 55-6 or
Yeah.
something like that. And so it's more on the side of no upsets than actual upsets when it comes to that whole situation. So, but yeah, that's good. Automatic bids. I mean, you could have had. Let's say they don't give the automatic bids for conference. You could have had Oregon here. You could have had Ohio State, Texas, and Notre Dame as your top 4,
Yeah, right.
or Georgia over Notre Dame, or Georgia over Texas. So
Well, essentially, what the committee was saying based off this ranking is that they would have had Texas at 3 and Penn State at 4.
yeah, no, I
That's
mean
what they
I
would have
can
had.
see that. I'm
They
just
would have
saying.
left it.
There's out of those 12 seeds there,
I did
Boise
see
State is not the third best team in there.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, based off their
Yeah.
rankings or whatever,
Yeah, what was-
they have Texas at 3 still, and they have Penn State at 4.
What was Georgia ranked before this week?
Georgia was ranked, I believe,
5.
5.
Justice lost this game.
The
It
Jets
was
just
3
lost.
versus 5.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Scott. Yeah, 3 versus 5.
Okay, Austin, what would you change about it?
Same thing, actually. I agree with that. change the seatings, or it's not an automatic, or it's an automatic, but
Correct.
Y'all's is all
basketball.
y'all's is all like a thorough
Ju-
thing, and
no,
mine was just take Tennessee out. That's all mine.
College basketball.
Just like college basketball.
Do y'all think Tennessee's gonna give Ohio State a game?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Dude, you're sleeping on their
If
D-line.
Ohio State plays like they did against Michigan, yeah, possibly. And I'm not bought in on Will Howard. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I think they would have been better off with Kyle
talking
McCord
about?
if they would have kept him because he balled out at Syracuse this year. I know their record wasn't that good, but he's a better passer, I think, than Will Howard is.
I want to hear everybody else's opinion of Tennessee besides James. Scott, what are your thoughts on Tennessee?
I like Tennessee. Tennessee's a good team.
Yeah.
What's their quarterback? What's their quarterback's name?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like,
it's like that weird pronouncing name. Right?
Yeah,
I can't even
Nico.
pronounce it.
It's just Nico.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What's his last
What
name?
is he? McLovin? Seal?
What's his
Share?
last name?
I don't know his last name. It's something
Yeah,
weird.
Maliava. That's how you say it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
but like I said, I haven't watched the Tennessee game all
Yeah,
year.
that's what I
'cause
mean. When I did watch Tennessee, I was not impressed with anything.
who did you
Tennessee
watch
lost to
them-
Arkansas.
Who did you watch them play?
I watched them play Arkansas. I watched the Bama game. Alabama should have won that game. I
But
know they ended up upsetting.
Didn't win that game.
I know.
They won.
Coulda,
Did I not
coulda.
just say that?
You didn't.
Yes, I did. I
You said
Alabama
I watched them play
shoulda
Alabama,
won.
but Alabama should have won.
They should have won that game.
South Carolina should have beat Bama too.
Yeah. Well, Texas shouldn't even be in this playoff. How about that?
Oh,
there we
the
go.
Aggies coming
A&M
out.
should have beat
The
Texas.
Aggies coming out in them. Here we go.
But no, I wasn't really impressed by what I saw by Tennessee this year. Is all I'm saying. Okay, maybe you saw more Tennessee football. Maybe you did. Maybe you were impressed by them. But that's just they quietly
like
got in here. You know, nobody
if you
really paid attention to Tennessee. Nobody here can say they fucking were like Tennessee all the way. Tennessee's gonna make playoff all the
I
way.
did say that actually.
Okay, well, whether you did or not, you can't say that
Dustin, what did I say all year?
you would be.
What did I say like 3 weeks ago?
You can't do that because Tennessee would like smack Boise State, and you're like over here, oh, put Boise in, like Boise's so good. Then you would take Texas out if you don't want Tennessee in. I think Tennessee could beat Texas.
Ooh,
I'm not saying I never said to take Boise State out. I
Well,
said take
if
them
you
out of the
wanna
top
take
4.
Tennessee out, you got to take all these teams out because Tennessee's like right there with all of them.
No, I know.
Probably even better than a lot
This
of them.
is just me personally. Okay.
Here's my
Sorry
que-
to Tennessee fans.
Here's my question about this. So Tennessee's 10-2.
Who would go farther, Tennessee or Alabama in that position?
Tennessee beat Bama, so we.
Well, I
gotta
know that.
assume
I know that, but I'm just asking.
That's why the committee had them in.
Well, Tennessee's going to go farther because they're in it. They're already.
Well, obviously. Obviously.
So you like,
What's so funny about that?
I guess we'll never know.
a burn.
Dude, I can hardly breathe.
That was a good one.
I get that. I just wasn't impressed by Tennessee this year.
My face is like gonna explode.
And who else? Who else was
Okay,
left out?
my-
Other ones that were left out was Miami, which I
Yeah.
agree with that. Miami had no defense whatsoever this year.
Texas State.
Ole Miss, 10-2. I thought Ole Miss should have been ranked ahead of Alabama. Personally,
I agree.
to me, they had a better resume than Alabama did.
Okay.
Because at 3-loss, I thought they were the better 3-loss team. Personally,
I thought they had 2. You said
No.
they're 10-2.
sorry, 9-3.
So it showed you the first 2 teams out, the first and second team. Like some other ones that missed it, like you said, Ole Miss.
They lost to Kentucky, Florida, and who was the other one?
There was like
LSU.
a 1% chance that Army could have made it too because they won the conference. But I mean, they got their ass beat by Notre Dame, so that pretty much ended it for them. What other ones were close?
It was Miami, Alabama, Ole Miss, South Carolina.
Oh, Tennessee.
South Carolina.
That'd be a dangerous team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They would have been very dangerous.
South Carolina's just really athletic.
If
Like,
they got a
just
home
very
game,
athletic.
They have a great D-line, too. If they didn't piss away that game versus Bama and then got screwed by the refs against LSU, they would have been in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
They literally got screwed. Y'all remember that game?
Yeah.
That, like, phantom, what was it? Remember that they scored a touchdown. They threw a flag on something, it was like a phantom, what was it, roughing the passer or something like that? I mean, they got,
You're talking about the Alabama game, right?
no, the LSU game when they had
LSU.
had them at home on the ropes. Like, they were going to win that game.
What didn't Alabama almost lose to South Carolina?
Dude, yeah,
also?
they had them on
Yeah.
the ropes, too.
So
They
South
fumbled the
Carolina
snap.
ended up ranked what, like top 15, right?
Yeah, they were
14,
9-3.
15?
They beat Clemson on the road.
Yeah, that's a quiet 9-3 too, man. Playoff is set. We changed about it, but that's the biggest thing is that seed. I didn't know that until you said that. I thought the lowest seed played the highest seed, regardless of who fell where. But is it like that because it's a regional thing?
No, it's are you talking about like the bowl game, or are you talking about
I'm talking about like as far as the playoff goes. So obviously Oregon doesn't have a home game
correct?
if they whoever they play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think they should, but whatever.
Yeah,
Now, if they play, if say they play, they're gonna end up playing Ohio State or Tennessee.
mm-hmm.
Where are they playing at?
The Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl. Okay. And those 4 games and the final four games, they're actually bowl games: Fiesta Bowl, Sugar
Yes.
Bowl, all that.
The round of 8, yes.
Okay. And if Texas wins, they end up playing Arizona State in the
Peach Bowl.
it's Peach
Back
Bowl.
to Atlanta.
Okay. And then what is the Cotton Bowl one? That's if they go to the
That's
next
the semifinals.
It's a semifinal. Okay.
If they were to beat Arizona State, it's in Dallas, so they'll basically have a home playoff game in the semifinals.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's go through the
The camera's back recording. Yeah.
yeah. Let's go through the through our predictions for the first four games.
All right.
All right, so first one, we'll just go how it's seeded, I guess. Clemson and Texas. Do we know the spread on that yet?
Let's look and see if we can find
No.
these spreads on
Let
these.
them come out. At least I haven't seen anything where they come out. Let me see.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Yeah, we got some spreads.
Okay.
Texas is a 10.5-point favorite.
Okay. Hammer Clemson on that.
Yeah.
I would hammer Clemson on that. I do think Texas is going to win the game, maybe by a field goal or a touchdown. But 10.5 points, that's a lot
Get
of
on,
points.
Dustin.
52.5
Yeah.
is the over-under.
Clemson played great yesterday for 3 quarters. They played a flawless game. They were up 24-7.
Action Network. It's like basing it on MGM and DraftKings apps.
Has that kind of been a Clemson thing this year?
What?
Where they start out strong and they end up losing the game toward the end? It almost feels like it has been.
I thought it was the opposite.
Well, I mean, it could be.
The Pittsburgh game, they were down and they came back late. But I don't. They've played a lot of close games, I feel like.
I know their last loss they had, they were ahead and they ended up losing
Yeah,
at the end of the game.
remember that,
That's
yeah.
probably it's just recent memory, I guess.
Yeah.
But
But SMU, I was impressed by SMU. That's the first game I watched them. That quarterback's,
Legit.
yeah, and so is that running back, dude.
Yeah, Brashard Smith. He's
Yeah.
freaking good.
So you agreed that they should be over Alabama
who?
Yes.
Clemson?
Or SMU?
Oh, SMU.
Alabama.
It seemed like the panel was ready to announce Alabama.
Yes.
The way they were saying
They're setting it up,
SMU's
setting it
biggest
up.
wins are Louisville or Duke, and then you have Alabama who's beat Georgia and whoever else. And then it shows, and this is enough talking about it. Let's see who it's going to be. And they're all
SMU popped up. We're like, what the?
Yeah. They were even, you could hear it in their voices. SMU.
Yeah.
Oh, Clemson's last loss was to South Carolina.
Yeah,
And they
at
were.
home.
I think they were ahead that game and ended up losing.
Yeah, you're right.
Toward the end.
Mm-hmm.
Against Louisville, I think Louisville actually controlled that whole game pretty much. And their other loss was against Georgia on week 1, 34-3. That's a week 1 game. I mean, I don't think they had a chance to beat them anyway, but
I like the under in that game a lot.
yeah.
52.5. Come on.
After that, Clemson went on to win what 5, 6, 7 games in a row, and yeah, lost to Louisville there, and
South Carolina.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so Clemson, Texas. I would take Clemson's. I would take Clemson's 10.5, and then obviously I think Texas will win the game.
I'd hammer it like right now before the line starts moving.
Yeah.
I don't even think. I've looked, and yeah, you can't even put it in yet.
No.
Okay, so what about this? Me and Scott talked about it last night. There was a while back you said Arch Manning should be starting over Ewers.
Ooh, yeah.
So Scott actually changed his mind. He thinks Arch Manning should be starting now. So Quinn Ewers or Arch Manning? Obviously, they're not going to start Arch Manning, right? They're not going to pull Ewers out.
I don't think so. No.
Now, is he going to be on a short leash though?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, shortest
how short?
possible.
Yeah.
Why not put Arch Manning in the red zone?
I don't know why they didn't use him more. Man, as much as Haynes King ranked for like 125 yards against them the previous week, I don't know why they didn't use him more. They should have. As bad as the run game was struggling, they should have used him more.
I'm not sure, man. So 10.5-point favorites. What about the over/under? What's the over/under at?
52.5.
52.5 playoff
Under.
game. They should be playing their hardest. Yeah, under.
Under.
I can
Yeah.
see a 21-17 game or something, somewhere around that.
Yeah.
Clemson's defense is not good.
Well, Clemson, as far as Clemson goes, I mean, they don't average that 24 points a game. Their last, other than playing the Citadel and the second to the last week, they've averaged like 20 points a game their last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's
No,
against
they're gonna be-
Louisville, Virginia Tech, Pittsburgh, South Carolina.
Texas can't score, neither can Clemson.
Yeah.
Texas will win like 27.
You got to think of jitters,
7.
too. Jitters also, college playoff, But I don't know. We'll see where that ends up. I have a feeling people are going to hammer the under. I bet it'll be 49 by game time, somewhere around there, 51. So,
Ewers has never beaten.
Yep.
Okay.
He is not.
Beating what?
Cade Klubnik.
yeah,
Yeah, they played in the state championship game.
Cade Klubnik
Yep.
and Ewers.
Who against
played-
who?
Cade
Twice.
Klubnik played Ewers in the state championship game
And won.
back in the day.
Westlake versus Southlake.
South Lake Carroll?
Yep. Michael Taft was on Westlake and intercepted Quinn Ewers.
And now they're teammates.
Now they're teammates. Yep.
Maybe he can intercept his teammates.
Yep. Well, Klubnik seems to turn the ball over. We'll see, but he seems to have a bad pick like once every game.
As far as advantage goes in this game, I think Texas has the better athletes than Clemson. Coaching advantage, though, can you take Sarkisian over Dabo?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope.
I mean, I will say this: I'm sure Clemson will have a good defensive scheme going into. I do think Clemson has some talent on defense, but I don't think they have enough on offense to move the ball against Texas. I really don't. Texas, I really believe Texas has the best defense in the country. I really do.
All right, so outright winner. Are we all agreeing Texas wins?
Yes, unless Scott doesn't.
No, I think Texas wins, but they won't win by 10 points. I'll tell you that.
What do you think,
Same thing.
Austin? Same
Same.
thing.
So
Texas
then we
wins,
got-
but doesn't cover.
Texas versus ASU.
I haven't looked at watched Clemson very much, so
Yeah, I think Texas can beat them. They have a better team.
but you said they don't have very good offense. Then
They got better playmakers on all spots.
Yep.
Better receivers,
And
better
they got
running
way
backs.
more speed, too. Texas
The
has
only
way
they
more
don't
speed.
have better is quarterback.
Well, if you
I think I
put
might
Arch
agree.
Manning and Quinn Ewers together, maybe they're better than Cade Klubnik.
or you just put Arch in there.
I would take Ewers over Klubnik.
I wouldn't.
I don't.
I know.
right.
I was like,
I would take Arch Manning over both of them.
Yeah, true.
Because the X factor of Arch Manning.
Yeah. Okay, Tennessee, Ohio State. Ohio State versus Alabama. What do y'all got?
Tennessee at Ohio State on the road. Night
It's a tough
game,
place to play.
7:00.
Spread on that. What's the spread on that?
That spread is. Let's see here. Ohio State minus 7.5.
That's another big spread, man.
Tennessee is
And
going to cover that.
Tennessee has a good defense.
Yes.
That's one thing I've noticed
do.
about
That's
Tennessee.
D line.
Yeah. I'm going to take Tennessee
I would
win?
agree.
on the spread.
On the spread too.
You know, I would take. That's a 9-8.
Yeah.
No,
I would
It's
take-
going to be hard to beat Ohio State in Columbus. That's
Ask Michigan.
Let's see if we can find the. Yeah, you ain't lying. Ask Michigan how hard it is.
yeah, because the big rivalry that Ohio State and Tennessee have.
That's a good point.
Doesn't matter.
Dude,
They're still the better team, and they lost.
we were just talking about this earlier. This is Ryan Day's job.
Okay, as
Like-
of right
like-
now,
Like if he loses this game, he is done. He's out.
You ain't lying. I think he's done if he didn't win this game. I'm not sure who I'm gonna pick to win this game.
I'm going to take Tennessee just because of the SEC.
What's the weather? Okay, so I just found the weather in Columbus, Ohio on game day. The high is 36. Wind 10 mile an hour wind west southwest. Feels like 28, but no snow, none of that.
It's going to be in 2 weeks.
No, I'm talking about
2 weeks.
on that day. Yeah, that's the predicted weather.
What's the weather in Tennessee?
What's that
it's
matter?
cold. It gets cold in Tennessee too. So
Exactly, that's
not
what I'm
gonna be
saying.
An effective thing, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
Telling
the
you,
weather will
they're,
be.
they're
as
pretty
big a deal.
freaking close together.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tennessee.
I say Tennessee makes the upset, man.
Give me Ohio State.
Okay.
Who do you got, Scott?
Tennessee.
All right. Tennessee.
Wow.
TU.
That's the other one.
All right. Second game is SMU at Penn State. 11 versus a 6. It is in Happy Valley.
8-point
That's
favorite.
that's good for Penn State.
Only
They get to host
8?
the playoff game.
That's the lowest freaking spread.
Listen, Oh, we didn't talk. Oh, Tennessee, Ohio State over under. What do we got there?
The over-under on Tennessee and Ohio State, 46.5.
Give me the under.
46.5.
That's low.
That is low, but that's
Give me
because
the-
of Tennessee's defense,
Yeah.
obviously.
And Ohio State. Ohio State does have a good defense.
And it's in the cold.
Oh, man.
Give me the under.
I kind of like the over in that. That's pretty low.
We'll see where it goes. We'll wait on that. We'll go to Tennessee and Penn State and SMU. It is Penn State favored by 8.5 points.
8. Right at 8.
Okay, I think Penn
Got
State.
11.
I think Penn
Oh,
State
my
covers that.
goodness.
I think Penn State beats them by more than 8. I don't think SMU is going to score that many points in this game. I think Tennessee wins like 26-6 or 26-7, something like that.
What if Penn State was playing Bama? What would the spread be?
Alabama would probably be favored.
Really?
Yeah, I would think probably.
So you think Alabama should be in there?
What are you trying to go back to the joke
Yes,
to fucking
yes.
tickle your balls or what?
Yes.
You can come tickle my balls if that makes you happy.
No.
Penn State or SMU. Who do you have? I'm gonna take Penn State to beat them and cover the spread.
I think so, too. I like SMU. They're fun to watch. They are very entertaining, but I just don't think on the road.
Okay, so let me ask you
That
this:
quarterback kind of aired out.
if Penn State destroys, and let's just say Penn State destroys SMU, like I said, like 34-10 or 34-7, do they next year when they do this playoff, do they consider the decision they made this year, taking SMU over Alabama?
I think every year is different. It's going to be one of those
Yeah.
deals of like
But say there's the same
certain
situation next year.
situation. It might creep into their mind. I
Yeah.
could see that.
So then you're
I just looked at the weather.
then
It's
you're just
pretty
going
much
back
the
into
same.
the freaking same conversation. Like, oh, put a Power 5 conference guy in there instead of a SMU.
I mean, that's
Put
what's
in
going to
SEC.
make the better games, though.
SMU is
So
a power.
just make it a freaking SEC versus a Big Ten.
Bro, it's already
Tournament.
a Power 5 tournament, and one at large gets in.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Just throw everyone in there. Fuck it.
or make it a 16 team,
They're gonna make it a 14.
or they do a Division 1 and Division 2 like high school, and put like teams like SMU and all that in the other one, and then
SMU.
have a
And
Power
And then
5.
just have the
SMU
championship
is in the
play.
group of 4, guys.
Yeah,
Or
no,
group of
I know. I'm
four
just
power conference. Sorry.
you don't. Obviously, it's the whole watch factor.
Yeah.
You know, like
Who
who
you
gets
saying?
more media and attention and all that stuff. So, but I mean, that's all that's out of nowhere. Like we're gonna have to wait till next year to see that. Like you said, they may consider it if this happens, or SMU could beat them. I mean, SMU's got a high-powered offense.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
score points. They're quick. They got the better quarterback in this game.
They definitely do.
I think Kevin Jennings is better than
Drew
Penn
Allen.
State's, but Penn State is a pro-style offense, pro-style defense. They're the better team when it comes to this, and I think they'll find a way to neutralize their high-flying offense. So.
Give me SMU to cover.
Okay, SMU covers 8. I'm going to take Penn State to cover and win.
Yeah.
Do you take SMU to cover but Penn State to win?
Yep.
Okay, Penn State.
Penn State to cover and win.
Okay, Scotty.
Ooh, I would take Penn State in the over.
Okay, all right. So we'll go Penn State then. PSU.
Yeah, the point 53.5. I do like the over in that too, Scott. It's got in a shootout with Oregon last
And
night.
they are going to be playing Boise State. All right, last one. Indiana at Notre Dame. I don't think we have to ask Austin. We'll go with you first, though.
Oh.
What's the spread?
It's 8.5.
8.5
Notre
for
Dame.
that one, too?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's 8.5 point favorite.
Give me freaking Indiana money line all day.
Okay.
They're going to the national championship. I'm telling you.
All right.
Kirk Cincinnati, baby.
You know how bad Ohio State destroyed Indiana? Ohio State's the 8th seed. Indiana's the 10th seed.
You know
Let's
what?
consider how close that is.
You may the only advantage is that they had so much time to prepare for Notre Dame. Like I would have been preparing
Who?
for Notre Dame this whole time, like thinking like that's the team that
And they're in the same
that's
state.
the team I said that we're going to play.
Dustin said they're in the same state.
They are. They don't have to go 3 hours up the road.
Exactly.
So, as far as the crowd goes, I mean, they'll have their fans
Yeah,
there.
yeah, for sure.
But you know Notre Dame freaking travels.
I think Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. What do you mean Notre Dame travels?
they're
It's
playing
home.
home.
Notre Dame has a good fan base.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
They're gonna have to travel from the house.
He's
to
saying
the
that because
home
he's
stadium.
Catholic and they're a Catholic school.
Yeah.
That's why.
They got
Weather looks pretty clear.
touchdown,
I-31.
touchdown Jesus on their side, and
I think Notre Dame wins and covers. And I'm just strictly going off of the Ohio State game. because of how that turned out. Notre Dame's running back is probably one of the best in the league. What's his name? What's the running back for Notre Dame? You all right?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
His name is Jesus Christ.
Probably Judas.
But no, that's me.
That's not, yeah.
You like Indiana to cover and win the game?
Yeah.
So do I.
Really? To win?
Yeah, cover
Boom.
in the game.
Cover and okay, Scott.
I'll just take Notre Dame to win.
All right.
You know what? I'll take Notre Dame to, well, 8's a lot. I would take the over.
All right. Well, then we're at a standstill. We can't decide on Indiana or Notre Dame because me and you got Notre Dame and they got Indiana to win. So.
Notre Dame's going to win.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to win too.
They just have better athletes. They have more athletes. They have more playmakers than Indiana. It's like Indiana's good. They got good coaches, but they don't have the top 5. They have 5-star hearts. They don't have 5-star players. But
Oh, okay.
to get to the playoffs, you need 5-star
Quote of Eric
players.
Sosa right there.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're not going to change y'all's mind though, are we? Y'all are going to change y'all's mind on that?
No.
All right.
I think you give Kirk Signetti 2 weeks to prepare, like he's going to have. And
I think give them
Georgia.
3 weeks to prepare for Ohio State, and Ohio State still would do the same thing to them.
Yeah, Ohio State is very poorly coached, I think.
Okay.
I think you're right about that.
Obviously, this next round, we're not going to have no spread for. But you got, from what we have, Texas, Arizona State, Tennessee, Oregon, Penn State, Boise State. Texas beats Clemson. They play Arizona State. And what bowl is it? The Peach Bowl?
Yeah, back in Atlanta.
Ooh. So I'm pretty sure we're all going to agree Texas wins this game.
Yep.
Against who?
Arizona State.
in the Peach Bowl in Atlanta.
So
Yeah.
Texas goes to the semis.
Yep.
All right. Texas there. Tennessee at Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, I think Oregon wins that game.
Now this one,
Rose Bowl.
this is interesting, I think.
It's to be a good game, but
Yeah, Tennessee. I mean, Oregon has a great offense. Tennessee has a great defense. Now, oh, dude, I'm gonna take Oregon. Yeah, because nobody thought Oregon would come from the Pac-12 first year into the Big Ten and win the Big Ten. You know, I mean, they did have some scares against Boise State and Wisconsin this year. Obviously, 2 against Ohio State, but that's expected. But yeah, I think Oregon. Oregon takes Tennessee. Scott.
Let me just touch on this part. You told me to start. You're like, oh, start Caleb Williams. This week.
no,
He's a
no,
fucking
not
bum.
yet, not yet, not
You
yet.
didn't really give us much of a choice from who you had.
Yeah.
Bro, I need this win to get into the playoffs.
We'll get into this in a bit
Start
because
Caleb Williams.
I'm
He's
watching.
so good.
I'm watching, dude. We'll get
Dude's
into
got
this.
like 3 points.
We'll get into this in a minute.
It's the first quarter.
Anyway,
It's the first quarter. All right, Oregon, are we good?
Oregon is gonna win.
All right. Boise
Oregon
State, Penn
win.
State.
Boise.
Boise State's been there before. They've been there before. But I don't think they're going to overcome Penn State's
I think
defense.
Penn State chokes.
Where would they play at?
I think Fiesta Bowl.
Oh, and Boise State beat Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl, wasn't it?
Give me Boise State.
I think Penn State chokes in a big game.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton Jeanty. That's all Boise State has.
Yeah,
Right.
They got a pretty good tight end, but he's
he
not
did throw
difference
for
maker.
like 300 yards that game.
Okay, I
I
mean,
think. I'm pretty sure.
So
But
we got 2 Boise States. Who do y'all have? Boise State or Penn State?
who do you
Penn
got,
State.
Scott? Penn State?
They had the X Factor of Kellen Moore.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll take Boise State. Just because history could repeat itself.
Penn State chokes in big games, man.
Georgia or Indiana or Notre
I'm surprised they even made it.
I think Notre Dame beats Georgia. I don't think Indiana beats Georgia, though. So,
I think Georgia wins regardless.
you think
and you
Georgia
got to think
beats
Georgia's
Missouri?
probably not going to have
Their quarterback.
Ooh. He didn't look bad, though, the backup. He
No,
looked
he
pretty
did.
good
He
Yeah,
didn't, but
pretty good.
he only
He's
had to
better
play
than-
half of football.
against the best defense in the country.
But now you have tape on them. So
Yeah, You're talking about Texas being the best defense. They can't even stop a backup quarterback.
It was one time, one drive. They have the best defense in the
They
country.
lost the
I'll
game.
stand by
Historic
that.
defense.
I'll stand by that.
They lost the game.
I'll stand by that. They have the best defense.
Okay, so if you're looking at this, Texas, Oregon, Boise State, and Notre Dame, or Georgia,
Georgia's winning whoever they play against Indiana or Notre Dame.
you think Georgia, with their backup quarterback, can beat Notre Dame?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
But do they?
No, actually, you know what the bigger factor is, honestly, than that backup quarterback is the punter, dude. Their punter was like,
What the fuck?
I swear to God, this
They put their
punter,
punter in at quarterback.
this punter was unbelievable. He has to
He
be
got
like the best
balled
punter in
up,
the
yeah.
country. I don't know how good the second string is. This guy was bombing it
His
every
name
time.
was J.R. Wood.
I'm serious. Look him up. I averaging like 52 freaking yards a punt.
First round draft pick.
Well, can you make a decision without the punting involved?
What about the kicking?
I mean,
Well, he's not
part of the
kicker.
game.
He's
That's
just-
Court's point.
He's just the punter. but-
Well, yeah, no, we got to get in the kicking game though.
Yeah, no. I don't think
What
we're
about
going to agree when it comes to
concessions?
that, but most of it we do agree. Texas, Arizona State, Tennessee, Oregon, Penn State, Boise State, IU, or Notre Dame against Georgia. But, I mean, going off who the better team is, I think it's Notre Dame, so probably Notre Dame, Georgia. And you're talking with your heart, obviously, because you love Indiana and old Kurt Signetti. But do you think Indiana could beat Georgia?
Probably not.
Okay.
No, sir.
Yeah, we'll just have to get to that. We'll have to get to that.
Where's it at though?
That game, the Notre Dame,
Sugar
Indiana,
Bowl.
it's in Notre Dame, and then this one's the Sugar Bowl.
No, yeah, the Sugar Bowl is in Louisiana.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's in the
Oh,
Saint
man.
Stadium.
Yeah.
They're gonna get some good gumbo in them.
Yeah,
Start going.
them Northern boys are gonna come.
Exactly. Then you're all fatted up and can't
They're
play.
going to get drunk on Bourbon Street before the
Barber
game.
Street- Exactly. Get some hand grenades, you know.
If
And
I was them, I'd try to get the Georgia players drunk and get them a bunch of DWIs like they already do.
Okay. As far as the games went yesterday,
Dustin told a funny joke and then he coughed.
you can you can go on about Texas now if you want to talk about their game.
Sure. So, here's the bottom line. Like I said, we got the best defense in the country. We have a quarterback who can manage a game. He can't go win you a game. I guess Isaiah Bond got hurt. He did almost nothing yesterday. I was pretty pissed off of his effort on that tip ball. Scott, did you see that tip ball early in the game? Or did y'all see that? Any of y'all? So, Ewer should have made a better throw. It should have been further outside. It was like an out route, but or comeback. But he leaves the ball inside a little bit. The Georgia defender tips it, and then he kind of just like wanders around while the Georgia DB intercepts it. But the bottom line with that game is, in the first half, Texas outgained them like 260 to 45, and they didn't score touchdowns. That's it. They didn't finish in the red zone. They had too many holding penalties. The offensive pass interference by Isaiah Bond in the end zone, or when they tried to throw that touchdown to Gunnar Helm. And there was just too many penalties in the first half where they should have been, instead of 6-3, it should have been 13 or 17 to 3.
17-0.
Yeah, or something 17 to 3. They should have had a lot more points on the board, and that's what ended up biting them in the ass. But I mean, it is encouraging because they played them better than they did the first time. I will say that. I mean, the first time was kind of a shellacking, and then the second time obviously went all the way to overtime. And even with all that, a kicker missing 2 kicks, if he doesn't miss those 2 kicks, we win the game.
Yeah.
But also the other play,
I know one he made, and then there was a penalty, and he kicked
missed
it again and missed. Yeah.
yeah. But even with that, on that interception late in the game, that backup quarterback threw to Jade Barron, dude, it drove me crazy. Like I spiked my hat because I knew we weren't going to go score a touchdown on offense, even though we were down like 3. And if
But
he
they
would have
go,
just
like,
cut
3 and out?
inside, you remember that? If he would have just cut inside on that interception, they literally he literally would have took it back to the house. Like they would have took the lead on that. There was one guy there between him and the end zone.
Yep.
There was one guy. Just to cut it back inside and you go score and you win the game probably. Because I doubt Georgia was going to be able to drive the length of the field and come back and beat us. I don't think. But I mean, regardless, Georgia has a pretty good path. I feel like we have an even better path in the playoff. It kind of worked out. That's another flaw of the system. It shouldn't be better for Texas and Penn State, who lost.
Yeah.
Penn State lost, and they have SMU and Boise State.
Do you think that was something that was thought of to make it like
No.
that? Like highest remaining seed should play the lowest remaining seed.
They obviously didn't think of it because they
Yeah,
wouldn't have done this.
that's not cool, man. It sucks.
Yeah, they don't even get a home playoff game either.
Lane Kiffin was right the whole time.
Yep, you're very right. They lose those games and they get the easier route.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Oregon, if they happen to go beat Tennessee or Ohio State, then they got to go to Dallas to play Texas probably.
Okay, so if let's say Texas would have won yesterday, they would be
2 seed.
They would probably be the 2 seed, yeah,
They'd be the 2 seed. Yep.
and they would have had to play Indiana or Notre Dame.
Instead
Now-
of Arizona State.
Yeah, now getting the 5th seed, they
Play
gotta
Arizona State.
Arizona State.
I'd rather play Arizona State than Notre Dame or Indiana.
Wouldn't you hate to be on that committee making these decisions? It's almost they made a good point earlier when they said there was always controversy when it was the top 4. We extended to 12, and there's still controversy when it comes to that. But
I heard an even better point.
some of these things should have been thought out more before. Like,
I heard an even better point. Like, imagine 12 people trying to agree on this shit. Imagine 12 of us, like, here right now, trying to agree on, like, the best cereal. We're going to freaking disagree on everything.
and
Like, you might agree on some, but kicking
you-
some out or
do you know what the criteria is on being on this committee? Are they like lawyers and
Doctors,
shit?
yeah.
Oh no, it's coaches and ADs. A lot of them are former coaches and ADs.
How many people are in the committee?
13.
13.
13, yeah.
Ooh, man, that's rough.
One from each school that's on the freaking
Yeah, you
the
get a
playoffs.
former coach there. That's
in the playoff.
yeah, that's for SMU. SMU former coaches in there.
Yep.
It's pretty much like a jury of people, pretty much.
Nick Saban used to be in there, but he's out now, so
Yeah,
that's why they didn't get in.
he seemed a little upset, but he didn't.
He agreed with the whole like
Yeah,
system.
yeah. He thought too that when it came to conference games and division games, there ought to be a few more.
And the
Because-
conference championship.
You had Clemson who didn't play SMU all year. They didn't play Miami all year.
Yep.
You know, they didn't play some of these better teams.
Which is
But-
crazy.
But there's nothing you can do about that. There's you can only play who's on the schedule.
Yep.
So if you had 2 more conference games on there, it's still possible you don't play one of the better teams.
Yeah.
Because there's so many in the conference.
I heard Kirk Herbstreit make a really good point. He's like, I don't see why these conference commissioners, like each conference, for scheduling, instead of doing like their own thing like they do now, they just go reach out to whoever. All these big conferences get together and make a schedule, like where they play each other in non-conference. It's where some of this discussion's over with. You know what I mean? Like,
but
instead of these cupcake games that some of them play, like start scheduling each other in the non-conference.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
there will still be something, left
Well,
out.
it's-
Everybody
but-
wants to see Alabama versus UMass, though, Dustin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Alabama,
Everybody wants to see Clemson versus the Citadel.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, leave the Citadel out of this, dude.
Anytime a college starts with the, yeah.
Well, there's the Ohio State University.
Well, it's not their name.
I know.
Jesus. Okay. Anything else on the college football?
They did actually make a good point about that too. Like weeks 3 through 8, we had like 5 freaking good games a week. Like 1 versus freaking 13, all this shit. And then the last couple of weeks, like nothing. There's like maybe one.
Those are considered like those are like tune-up games. Those games should be at the beginning of the season, first game of the year, if they're going to schedule
But
those
even
games.
at the end of the season, there's like one. Like with game day was at Texas A&M. No other game was
Like
on.
a big, marquee game.
Yeah.
You're saying.
Yeah. Well,
Did everyone pick the winners, the champions?
Hmm?
Gonna win it all?
I mean, we can't agree on the final 4 teams. I mean, if y'all just
No.
want to throw a winner out, y'all can.
I'm
All right, look at it. Who are you going to pick to win?
I will.
Texas?
taking the best quarterback left in the playoffs, Dylan Gabriel and the Oregon Ducks.
That's so cliche. The number 1 seed.
They're gonna win. What do you want to say? They're gonna win.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying. I'm going to take Arizona State.
Cam Scattaboo.
Nah, I'm not taking Arizona State.
I'll take another Cam.
I am going to say, golly. I don't want to pick Oregon, but I'm going to say Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
Dang. You like Riley Leonard or what?
No, it's just I think
agree.
Ohio State had a better way, like a better road. I think Ohio State could have possibly won. I think they're the second best team in here, but who they have to play it's a bad matchup against Tennessee with that defense. And then you got to go and play Oregon, who already beat you. I mean, those are two tough games right there. Mm-hmm. So they're bound to lose one of those. I mean, I picked Tennessee to beat them, obviously. So if not Oregon, Notre Dame or Georgia. But I'll just put a future on Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah. Dustin, who do you have? Now, we're not going to be mad at you if you pick Texas because they do have a favorable, road. So, pick with your heart and your brain here. You're going to really disappoint us if you don't pick Texas.
Yeah. I'll say Texas. I mean, they have a very favorable road.
It would be great for the state of Texas, too.
They have a very favorable road to get back to the national.
Austin, SMU,
No.
Indiana.
Duh.
Indiana, baby.
I told you. I
Indiana.
said it
National
I said it 4 weeks on Dustin's couch. Indiana's going to win the national championship.
Wow. Can you imagine how crazy that would be?
He's got to be drunk right now.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
I was drunk 4 weeks ago too when I said it on Dustin's couch.
If Indiana did win it, I wouldn't argue people that would say the best coach won the championship.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't argue that.
Y'all said best quarterback. Hey, best coach.
Yeah.
Boom.
Honestly, who? So you think Dylan Gabriel's the best? Ruark or whatever his name is, Curtis Ruark. Rourke is pretty damn good too.
Mickey Rourke.
He's the best. He's not better than Dylan Gabriel.
Rourke doesn't have the legs that Dylan Gabriel has.
That's true.
Rourke's a pocket passer. Could possibly do better in the pros if they both get drafted. But
I do like Riley Leonard a lot though. He's pretty good.
yeah, but I think Notre Dame relies on him too much also. So
Yeah.
they put him into some sketcy runs and rollouts.
Here's one thing that could be like you said already, like Georgia's backup quarterback. Like, if Ewers gets hurt against Clemson and they have to go to Arch, it could honestly benefit them.
But do you really want to go into the college football playoffs with Arch Manning?
Yes.
A kid who's played only a couple downs. I mean, it'd be a great story. It would be a great story.
Dude.
Imagine the media coverage too. Oh, Jesus. Making more money. What is he making? Like $10 million in NIL or somewhere around there.
He's like the
all
fourth or fifth leading.
It's all reported.
Yeah, and he's a backup quarterback. Like that's crazy. Okay.
It's had under Livy Dunn.
So
And if
college
they
football.
go win the national championship, it's worth every penny.
That's right, baby.
There you go. All right. It'd be funny. Like, say Quinn Ewers somehow found like another year of eligibility, like magically,
He does.
and they both enter the draft at the same time, and Arch Manning gets drafted over.
He does have
Quinn Ewers.
another year if he wanted to.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he might. What if he enters the transfer portal? If he gets hurt and Arch Manning takes him to a good ways, he will enter the transfer portal if he decides to come back to college.
Probably go
Because
be
he hasn't helped his draft stock this year.
the quarterback for the SMU Ponies.
There you go. Like Garrett Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert, baby.
Well, actually, never mind. They have Jennings. Jennings, what is he? A sophomore?
I'm not sure. I haven't really looked much in there.
Jennings is pretty. He can't take his spot.
Okay, pro football real quick. What do we got? Noon games already happened. We all did get screwed I did by the Titans losing. Parlays are gone. Any upsets today? The Jets lost. That's not really an upset. They are eliminated from playoff contention for the 14th year in a row.
Wow.
14th year in a row not going to the playoffs. The Steelers did avenge their loss against the Browns.
They lost?
Yeah, the Steelers beat the Browns. And the Vikings, they kept it rolling. That game was closer than the score. I think, did the Vikings just put up that many points at the end or what? 42-21. Oh, Kirk Cousins' revenge game. Fell a little bit short there. Eagles possibly could have lost this game, but they didn't. The spread on that game was 14.5 points.
Didn't cover.
Yeah, no, they
That
didn't.
$3 million bet hit.
Yeah.
The Eagles
it
money
did.
line.
He won
He
what?
won 400 and something grand. Yeah. Hey, he's probably like easiest 400 grand I ever made.
Chains. Hey, Zach Charbonnet with his second touchdown right now.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, I started him in DraftKings. Mm-hmm. And big game tonight, Scotty. Chargers and Chiefs. Who do you got?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs to beat your team?
Yep.
What about the spread?
What is it?
4.5.
I don't know. I don't even know if Lad's gonna play tonight.
I think the Chargers are going to win.
That's some good info. I did not know.
Yeah.
Why would
I think-
Ladd be out?
He had a concussion, right?
Yeah.
or he was in concussion
Got some
protocol. Something.
other, he's got like some. I think it was back. Let me see. I'll tell you right now.
Games going on right now. Seahawks are
Beating the
drumming the
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Rams are giving the Bills a good game right now. They're ahead 14-17.
Oh, knee and shoulder.
Well,
The
that
Rams are
dude, he
cooking.
gets like 20 targets a game. That poor guy. That's all he's got. That's all they got right now. That means if he don't play, QJ touchdown, anytime touchdown. There he is.
You know, if they'll score a touchdown, they may kick 5 field goals.
Yeah, we'll take Cameron Dickers over and
I would
field
take the
goals.
under in that game for sure, though. I don't know what it is. I think it could be like a freaking 20-6
It's 42
game.
and a half.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, all he needs is the heads and toes, and he's got the
You really don't think the Chargers will win that game?
I
No,
think the
we
Chiefs'
got
luck
too
is
many
running out.
people hurt. Dobbins isn't playing. Ladd's hurt.
Oh, crap. I didn't know that about Dobbins.
We don't have the Kansas City's defense. Like if we were fully healthy, I think we could win for sure. But
Yeah.
we just got. I think it'll be close, just because our defense is so good. But I mean, we're going against Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, in Kansas City
We
too.
need in Kansas City. We're ready against the 8 ball.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to win.
Who's the starting running back then for the Chargers today?
Gus Edwards.
Is it Gus?
And they got a rookie, I think is Vidal. He's the backup, but
Who's the starting running back for the Chiefs right now?
Pacheco's back.
Pacheco, you get Pacheco back, dude. That's another thing.
Oh man, but why are you starting Kareem Hunt then against Dustin?
That's all I got. Look at my
That's all
roster.
you got.
Everybody's fine.
Oh, Scott, Caleb Williams touchdown pass right there. What's up?
Damn it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just made that
He's
up.
only got 15 yards, and it's the second quarter.
Oh, my
I think
God.
it's like 3 for 5, James.
Yeah. Hey,
Sabotage.
you didn't really give us very much choices.
What?
You said start. Who did he say? He had like 3 players.
You know what? He may give me better than O'Connell.
Ooh, he
He was
looked
going to
pretty
start
good.
Aiden O'Connell.
He looked pretty
He got
good.
benched.
He looked pretty
what are you
good.
talking about? He looked
He got
good.
Yeah.
benched.
He
Yeah.
got benched for Desmond Ritter.
He looked so good. He
Did he
got
really?
benched.
Yeah, so good.
Whenever we
You're
were watching
these
earlier-
guys too
11
good.
for 19, 104 yards, 1 interception.
No touchdowns?
I should
No
have
touchdowns.
picked up Sam Darnold. Oh my gosh.
Why is he why is he a free agent in your league?
I don't know. That's them.
Wait, was CJ Stroud on the waiver wire? I dropped him like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's kind of been a disappointment this year.
He's been awful in fantasy.
What other stories came out? We haven't done a show in a while, but Conor McGregor got convicted of, was it rape or just sexual assault?
I think it was rape.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, no, he had to pay out a lot of money to this girl that accused him of
I
sexual
don't think
assault.
he's paid her yet because I think he's contesting that.
Yeah, he's appealing it, but the civil jury has found him liable, so it's not going his way as of right now. Supposedly him and this friend were at a hotel and he hooked up with this girl. I don't know. Now she's saying they have hooked up before in the past, from what I understand, but now she's saying she was against her will this time. He came out with a statement saying about, "Oh, I'm sorry I did this to my wife." Everybody knows that dude's done that shit behind his wife's back. Everybody's seen it before. I think there's videos of Conor McGregor with this side chick before, so
Dang.
several of them. Anything else? Y'all got anything else? There's been so much shit come out since the Packers game, Austin.
We were watching the Ganado game. I was listening to my ear.
Yeah. They hung in there. They hung in there. But do we still think the Packers are frauds, guys? Come on.
I don't know. Ask this guy.
Right? Him and Scott.
I don't think they're frauds, but they're not Super Bowl contenders by any means.
Yeah. Hey, everybody's 0-0 in the playoffs, just like the college football playoff. Everybody's 0-0. Did y'all see the Shailene Woodley comments on Aaron Rodgers?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
He's a weird guy.
Ex-girlfriend says he caused her to lose her soul, happiness, and joy in life. Shailene says Rodgers made her depressed and was at the lowest point in her life because of him. Woodley says the relationship was traumatic and toxic. And the most liked comment off of this after she posted that was, her film Divergent caused me to lose my soul and happiness. I'd like those 2.5 hours of my life back.
It's more like 8 hours.
2,000 likes on that. Jesus. That was pretty good, though. But
She sucks.
after all the shit that's come out about Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. I don't know what to believe or not. But I don't believe it.
I don't either. I think he's a cool dude.
Yeah. I think it was just her. It was one of those, it's not you, it's me. But it was actually her. What other stories came out? We've been gone for. How was y'all's holiday? How was y'all's Thanksgiving?
It was great.
Was it?
Some hunting in. Shot a deer.
What kind of deer?
Got a lot of meat out of it.
How many pounds you gained, James? How many pounds you
Shit, I
gained?
gained like 5 or 6 pounds during Thanksgiving.
Is it all
You?
turkey?
Shit, no, I ate a bunch of stuff. I had like 4 Thanksgivings I had to go to.
4 Christmases?
Didn't you want to do a Mount Rushmore thing, Austin?
Yeah, but I don't know what
No,
it
I
is.
told you the best Christmas gifts.
Oh, okay.
Best Christmas gifts
Yeah, the best thing for
to,
Christmas.
to get.
Yeah, to get.
Scott, are you ready for one?
There's so
Money.
many things. This is an easy one. Let's do this real quick and we'll get out of here.
Ah,
Sounds good.
we'll talk about it a little bit, but
Yeah, no, I'm not. We're not in a hurry. Come on.
You know what wasn't good? The concession stand at Harlandale.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I
to
don't
talk about that.
The worst concession stand I've ever been.
Scott was hungry at the game, the Sinton Wimberley game, and he said right before halftime, "I'm gonna go to the concession stand." He goes, "What? 3 minutes left in the second quarter?"
Yeah, 3 minutes in the second quarter.
Okay, 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Halftime happens. About toward the end of halftime, me and Dustin were like, "Let's go check on him real quick. He's been gone a while." We get there and he's still at the end of the line. Scott finally joins us on the sideline at the start of the fourth quarter. So it
Yeah.
took a solid 2 quarters pretty much for
That was
you
crazy.
to
The whole
get your
halftime.
yeah
The halftime's 20. What is it? 20 minutes.
20 minutes yeah. So and the quarters are 12 minutes. So you
And that's like thinking like it's not 12 minutes. It's probably more like
20.
at least 17.
So you were in line for almost an hour, I would say.
At least over half an hour for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Ridiculous.
Where'd Austin go?
The restroom.
Okay.
Just taking a piss.
We'll get this thing going
The
real
sin
quick.
people would know. We
Oh.
had any sin, they gotta know too.
Oh,
There's
Go ahead.
There's a lady in front of me. She left. She couldn't hack it.
She's a quitter.
Yeah, I was in there. Freak, I'd already gone too far. I'd already missed half the third quarter.
Yeah.
I ain't no leaving. I was hungry.
What if you would have got
Like
up to the
Dustin
line and they
said,
said, "Sorry guys, the game's over," and they just closed
Justin was right. I could have left, like gone up the street to freaking Whataburger or something, came back, and still been faster than that line.
Mm-hmm. Well, you live, you learn.
I wish I could leave a review about that.
There is a hot take going on right now in the sports world. Should the Falcons bench Kirk Cousins? 8 interceptions and 0 touchdowns in the last 4 games.
Dang.
Weren't
Michael
y'all big
Penix.
on Kirk Cousins, dude?
Michael Penix is the backup, so you got to take that in consideration too. They wasted a first-round pick on the guy, so
what do you mean wasted?
well,
What
he's
a-
just wasting away right now. He's just sitting on the bench.
But
Dude,
that's what the Falcons get. That's what the Falcons get for spending money on Kirk Cousins. Like, who? No, I don't know anybody with. Well, obviously, y'all thought he was good, and that shows what you and the Falcons organization thinks. Like, ain't no way.
fuck are you
spending
talking
money on
to?
Kirk Cousins.
I
Y'all
didn't
were
say
all like,
shit
"Oh,
about
he's
Kirk
good.
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is good."
I don't
Go
give a
be
damn about
hot.
Kirk Cousins. He played for the
No,
Vikings.
y'all were like, "Oh, he's good."
That
He's
was your-
worth it.
No, that was
He's
your boy
good.
over here.
Well, he's not worth it at all. Like, I would just start Penix. You got to trade Cousins for anything you can get. He's bringing your whole team down. He's not good.
Well, did they draft Penix because they didn't really believe in Cousins? Because they could release his ass and they got a first-round quarterback right there.
Well, you still got to. How much do they got to pay him?
He signed a 3-year deal for what? Fucking
Pretty good amount of money.
Yeah.
140.
Yeah, they're gonna pay him like $30 million. I bet.
Mm-hmm. Signed a big signing bonus too, I believe.
We'll see.
Oh,
Hey,
my
you're
goodness.
the problem with the media right now.
What's
You
that?
just said Michael Penix was wasting away on the bench. He's a freaking rookie. Let him develop, just like Jordan Love.
Let him. Why? When there's a guy on the field throwing 8 interceptions in the last 4 games,
Yeah.
why waste him?
Let him
Why
develop.
let him
You're
waste?
sitting
So,
behind an
Just like
MVP.
Jordan Love. Yeah, just like Jordan Love.
Yeah,
what's his
Rodgers
name
was
was the
throwing
MVP
8
when they
interceptions and
drafted
0
him?
touchdowns.
No, he-
Never
Two
happened.
Totally different situations.
No,
Right.
you have to put the guy in. Like
So-
there had to be some part of them thinking, hey, let's take Penix, even though they just signed Cousins. And whoever was in that room saying, hey, we need to get this guy just in case, he's probably looking like gold now. So
Well, they signed him to a 4-year, $180 million.
180.
yeah, 100, so 60
4-year
million.
deal.
Oh,
Stupid.
so that's 40
Stupid.
million a year.
So it says in 2024 he'll earn a base salary of 12.5 million, but a signing bonus of $50 million.
Yeah.
Carrot
Oh.
cap hit of 25 million.
So if he
and
gets
a
released,
dead cap value of 90
he
million.
gets released, he's gonna make over $100 million just in this 1 year
He's
he
the
played
best,
with them.
yeah, best
Yeah.
businessman in the business.
So the potential out is in 2026 after the 2025 year. It says potential out 2026, 2 years, $100 million, and 35 million in dead cap. Is what they
Good
went.
for him for robbing the Falcons.
Yeah, robbing.
Well, robbing the league technically.
He
I'm
ro-
never mad at the quarterback for getting their money. I'm more
I am.
upset at the dumb people who give him the money.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I think we could run an NFL team.
I tell you
We're gonna get Aaron Rodgers to come to our NFL team. We'll pay him $20 million
Like,
a
I
year.
would not have paid more than 15 million for Kirk Cousins, and that's overpaying.
Well, he's an average quarterback. Average quarterbacks are hard to come by.
Look up every second. Look up
Average quarterbacks are hard to come by.
They are.
who's making
Since
$15
when?
million dollars.
You think there's 16 quarterbacks in the league better than Kirk Cousins
Hang
that
on.
are starting?
Yeah.
Let me look.
Because I would put Kirk
Okay,
Cousins right in the middle.
Let me look at these standings right now.
I think Ryan Tannehill would be better than Kirk
But
Cousins at
Kirk
this
Cousins
point.
isn't getting. That's the problem now. They're overvaluing him. Like,
oh, hey, how about
he's, a mid,
our
he's getting
giving
paid
tree
like
right
a
here?
top,
Speaking of
a
quarterbacks,
top 8 quarterback, and he's nowhere near close to that.
No, I wouldn't put him in the top 8.
Okay. So the Bills obviously
No, I'm saying he's getting paid like a top 8.
Yeah.
no.
Well, sometimes teams are okay with just being mediocre,
Would you say
Yeah.
paying
And
a
that's
mediocre
wrong.
Would
quarterback.
you take Tua over him or no?
Well, not right now, not with Tua's injury issues.
No, you'd rather have Kirk Cousins.
Well, I mean, he's lasted longer than Tua. He hasn't missed as many games as Tua has. I wouldn't say Tua is better than Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I would say Tua is better than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
The
so.
AFC.
If you look at the whole picture, maybe I don't
If
know.
you had to win a game, would you put Tua in or Cousins?
I would put Cousins in there because he's made the playoffs and won a playoff game before. Tua hasn't.
I'm just saying, right now, if you needed to win a game,
If you needed to win a game, would you put Tua or Kirk Cousins in?
right now, this moment,
right now,
I would take Kirk Cousins
I would
over
take
Tua.
on that.
I would take Tua.
what time is the game?
So he's not better than any of the AFC East.
If it's at 3:30, give me Tua. If it's at 7:30,
He's better than Jameis Winston. I'll give him that. The AFC North.
Well, I mean,
That's
I
about
don't
it.
know.
I don't even know. No, he's not. I don't even-
Yeah, well, overall body of work, he's better than
I'm looking
Jameis,
at
but
each division.
Jameis can come in and win you a game though. Like,
It's not the overall career. It's like
no,
right
I know
now.
that. I just mentioned that,
I don't
but
think he's better than.
but I just said Jameis can come in and win you a game. You know?
Yeah,
So could Kirk.
Yeah, no.
No,
I don't know who to pick there. I
Kirk
wouldn't.
Cousins on the Brown. They're winless. They don't even beat the Steelers. They don't beat none of those teams. They're 0-6 with.
Kirk Cousins isn't
Jameis-
like he's.
He's better than every quarterback in the AFC South other than CJ Stroud. I'll give him that.
Okay.
AFC West, he's better than the Raiders.
Connell, yeah,
I would put
really.
him as the same as like Dak Prescott. That's exactly like them right next to each other. Kirk and
No,
Dak.
Dak's better. Dak's a little better than.
Yeah, than Kirk. Yeah.
fucking Nakua. God damn it!
Yeah. Oh, we could go on and on about Kirk Cousins. All right, let's start this.
But
I think we've had this conversation before about Kirk Cousins numerous times.
I was gonna throw that in there. It's like, hey, can what's his name? Justin Herbert do it?
Oh, Justin Herbert or Kirk Cousins? Come on.
Getting
Why
paid.
does he bring up Justin Herbert all the time? Everyone knows he's the fucking.
Because he's in
Not
love with
being
you and
idiot
fucking he
if
knows
he
you love
did
Justin
not.
Herbert. All right, so best Christmas gifts you could possibly get, being that we're close to Christmas.
These are like realistic gifts, right?
Yeah, realistic gifts.
Not like a brand new mansion.
I'm gonna go first.
And then who's going second? Hold on.
We'll go like this: me, Scott, Austin, Dustin.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the first pick, money.
No, good job, James. Take the
what I want.
number one pick. I'm gonna say stocks.
Stocks.
Stocks
Yeah.
and bonds.
That's like
Yeah.
the most unpredictable Christmas present. You really gonna go with stocks?
Yeah.
All right, Austin. What gift, other than stocks and money, would you want for Christmas?
Give me the essentials. Socks and boxers.
Socks and boxers. Okay.
Good.
Everybody needs those.
Underwears, that's all included, whatever.
So underwear.
Stuff that you don't want to buy for yourself.
Yeah. Dustin?
Scratch off tickets.
Oh, lottos.
I love
Good one.
I love getting those like $20 and $50 scratch off.
No,
tickets.
I hate those.
I love those.
You get another pick?
I hate giving those as a gift because if you ever won, I'd be so freaking pissed off.
He wins $1 million and you bought it for him?
Yeah, exactly. I will never give a lotto as a gift.
Another one I like.
Your second pick is scratch offs from Austin.
I like is like when people like go get you like a nice like I don't know like steak or something at a meat market like a badass like something like that like
So food.
Nice.
yeah like more like
sausage.
like like giant sausage or something like that or like a badass steak from a meat
What
market.
about wet sausage?
Oh god.
What about trouser sausage?
You got a pin over there?
All right,
You're the one
so
who brought it up.
Like a meat market product.
we'll put meat sticks.
Okay.
Meat sticks. No,
No,
it's
we'll
not meat
we'll
sticks.
put food.
I know what he's saying. Give
Yeah,
me,
food.
I need a pin over here.
An Omaha steak.
Omaha steaks.
I think better than
Are we supposed to write Omaha steaks?
No, we can't say that again. All right, go.
What'd you
go.
say, James?
I said money.
Money,
Scott said stocks. Austin said socks and boxers, underwear.
underwears.
Dustin said scratch offs, and food is his second pick. So you got the third. You got your second pick coming up.
Give me gift cards.
Okay.
I hate gift cards.
Love
yeah.
them.
Gift cards. Scott.
Only if they're like an American Express gift card.
There we go.
Spend it on anything.
Hey,
but
yeah.
if it's like,
I own that market right there. I own the
Starbucks
market right
gift
there
card.
on gift cards. So don't even think about it.
yeah.
Your turn, Scott.
I would say like a bottle of alcohol.
Okay.
Could be wine.
There we go.
Yeah. Whatever you want.
All right. On my pick, I'm going to say I've gotten this before, and I've gotten somebody this before, but a gun.
Okay.
See ya. You're done. You're out.
Out for what? Out of what? This is my list. I don't give a fuck
I
if
know.
he likes it or not. Oh, I got to go back
It's gonna
again.
be James's family. That's who's gonna like it. Morgan.
James Garcia.
James.
Damn. We'll say tickets to a game, like tickets to a sporting
Ooh.
event.
Damn it. I was gonna say that.
Ain't nobody. Who in your family's Austin? Who in your family's got you that?
I usually get my mom a ticket to the Dallas game every now and then if it's close to her birthday.
Sporting
that's-
event tickets.
Sporting
is what-
event ticket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas, not her birthday.
Scott, what do you want?
Never done it.
Yeah.
Never
I'm
got.
gonna go with. Ooh. Oh, stocks, alcohol. This is tough. This is tough because we've gone through all the good ones that I could think of. But I'm gonna go with a jersey.
God, dude, that was one of mine too.
So, any kind of jersey.
Yeah, it's sports memorabilia, whatever.
Memorabilia's. That's it. Memorabilia's.
Yeah, sport memorabilia.
Or I would just say clothing.
No,
it.
that's mine. That's part of mine.
Yeah, you already said jersey. Sports jerseys is what put on Scott's.
Yeah.
Sports jerseys.
Take some of
You
that.
already said underwear. That's clothing.
Exactly. I cornered that whole market right there.
Yeah. All right, Austin, your
Okay.
turn.
Let's go with the straight up TV.
A TV, okay. A TV, Dustin, scratch offs, food, and
A snow skiing trip.
This is a fucking Wheel of Fortune. You're fucking giving away trips.
How much does that cost?
7-day cruise.
No, I'm not saying I've given somebody that, but what I'm saying is like when I was a little kid, I remember like I guess like one of I
A
guess
brand
I
new
knew
car. That's your next car or what?
he's talking about this skiing.
like skiing or like snowboarding, like something like that. Like
So put
Gonna
trip,
say
like a trip.
yeah.
A 3-day trip to Destin, Florida.
How much does that cost, Scott?
Yeah.
People are gonna look at these and
$1.
be like, "These are some uppity motherfuckers."
$1.
Well, that's kind of one of those things you like know that you're doing. Most of the time you plan that out with your family, but like
All right, you have to do another one. Your last pick.
Last pick. Let's think about
Not
these,
you,
guys.
it's him.
I know. Let's think about these though for a little bit.
Oh, I know what it is.
Dustin's would be trip, like a trip.
I know. Well, yeah, he's rich. So, what's our best gifts
I am not rich.
as a poor person?
The best gifts as a poor person when we were kids, or
Yeah.
what? The best gift when I was a kid, what I ever got.
Oh, a new video game.
Say
is
it,
like
'cause
the
it may
least
be
of
the
my
next.
favorite.
Is that all our picks? Are we done?
No, we have one more.
No, we'll answer this question at the
Yeah,
end.
answer it
Oh,
after.
okay.
I'll tell you my favorite as a kid. It was the newest like gaming console. It was like new
A
Xbox.
PS3 or PS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my
Is
newest.
that your next pick?
So
yeah,
what?
I'll take that.
Okay, gaming console.
Yeah.
An Xbox or PS5?
At the time, well,
Cornered the market. Gaming console.
yeah,
He's a monopoly. He owns it all.
that's right.
I can't even say GameCube. See, you got to be specific.
They don't make those anymore.
No, but I'm saying.
An Xbox 360.
Nintendo 64.
He wants a Dreamcast.
Buy 'em.
All right, Austin.
Give me. I'm trying to think. I haven't had freaking Christmas presents in a while.
Because nobody
Ooh,
likes
I know.
you.
No,
I know what I'm saying.
No.
that's probably true too. But
A pin.
yeah, see, I like I like the small stuff.
So do your girls.
No, they don't. No, not at all. Oh, y'all took like all my good ones, like jerseys and stuff. Let me see.
Now I'm putting things that I've gotten before. Like
I know, and that's all I'm trying to think. I was like, I haven't really. What'd you get me last year? Some socks?
Huh?
You got me.
I
Some
got all y'all a gift last year.
I know you got me some
I
socks.
got you a socks and I got you a Jordan Love shirt.
Yeah, jersey.
There you go. See,
See, exactly.
Don't say I never gave you anything.
And you already took alcohol. Shoot. I'm trying to look around. I haven't got anything. Give me freaking
he says
I
alcohol.
know.
Again.
I don't know.
Let me go. You want me to go?
Yeah, you need to hurry
Yeah,
though. We're just got a long
go for
pause.
it. Yeah, go for it.
Well, we have to edit that out.
I know.
Yeah. Fragrances.
Ooh. Fragrances, like just cologne. Does that
All
count
of
as
them.
like deodorant and all that stuff too?
Cologne and perfume.
Cologne and perfume. Okay. Do I go or are you gonna go, Austin?
Just give me regular clothes.
Clothes? Okay. And my last one, I guess the last pick, and
Give me
I'm
a
a
pair
big-
of skinny jeans.
I'm a big fan of these, but sunglasses. I'm a
That's-
big
Yeah,
fan of
that's a good one.
sunglasses.
Someone would say that.
See,
Okay.
Hey, but all of us are rich, so we buy our own sunglasses and
Yeah.
stuff. That's
Well, cast your vote. That's going to be out on the video. Cast your vote. Whoever's going to win, Austin will post it. We'll figure it out. Y'all guys check out our highlight film we made for Ganado. And go support them this next week in the state semis versus Joaquin.
an apple.
One more shout out to Coach Troutman and the Sinton Pirates. You know, you got to love them, okay? They never gave up. Fought the whole way.
Dude,
Chicago down 24-0. I'm gonna kill my parlay.
Yeah. He hates Coach Troutman and the Sinton Pirates, this guy. Golly. You wait till Troutman hears that.
dude, I did not
Good.
know.
Congratulations.
This is like sports somewhat. So I follow Johnny Manziel on Instagram. He's in the bath washing
Washing someone's hair?
Josie Canseco's hair.
Oh yeah, they're dating, right?
Yeah, they've been together.
I didn't know they were together.
Yeah, no, they are.
She's pretty hot.
Okay, we got to end this. We will see you guys later. Like I said, check out our Facebook, our TikTok, and all that stuff. All the videos will be in there. I'll post the Sinton video pretty soon when we figure out what we want to do with it. I do think it's a good idea to post that speech as we've been thinking about it throughout the day. But everybody, yeah, go like our page, follow us on all that stuff. We'll send more out to y'all. Sorry we took the long break. Holidays came up. Holidays are going to come up again pretty soon, but we got to figure out how we're going to get around that. It's so sad when we don't make a show. I feel like it's
I know.
like a part of me's missing. I just got to be around you guys. Gotta keep in touch with you guys. And it's the holidays, so don't take that away from me. All right. But if you guys, you got anything else?
No.
All right. We will be back to do. There ain't gonna be. We'll just have to do NFL pick show this week.
Yep.
Because what's it called?
2 more weeks.
College
still?
football. There's just the Army Navy game coming up,
that's it.
right? Okay.
It's about to be hockey season.
Yep. Hockey season, and we'll get more into the college basketball,
Yeah.
NBA, and
How about
hockey
that
and all
Cooper,
that stuff
Cooper
as it
Flag,
comes up.
dude? Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag.
Looking pretty freaking good.
Yeah, no, he is. But that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure and vote on this Mount Rushmore, and we are out.
Oh my god. Cooper's got 7 interceptions already. Dude, the Rams are gonna win. James, I told you. Oh my god.